Yo, it's your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, back at you with a new video. Today is Monday, June 12th, 2023, with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Smash that like button either now or on your way out. Donate to your boy if you can. Cash App, $ORION-NWSF, or the YouTube Super Chat right here. We got MLB action tonight. The Miami Marlins versus the Seattle Mariners. Live play-by-play and reactions with your boy Ryan and the Northwest Sports Fanatics. And obviously, we are tuned in to the NBA Finals, game number 5 in Denver, making a little bit of a run. It's Heat 39, Nuggets 35 with 5:37 left in the second quarter. And a lot of people think that the Nuggets more than likely we're going to win the championship tonight, like Vegas more than likely will win the championship in their building in the Stanley Cup tomorrow. But I am excited about this matchup. Two teams kind of going in two different directions. The Miami Marlins 37-29, second in the NL East, and the Mariners 31-33, fourth in the AL West. So I already know this isn't going to be like a normal Miami Marlins, matchup. These guys are good this year, and we're the ones that, kind of used to be good from last year, and it hasn't really carried over. The pitching staff is good, but we can't hit. These guys are 37-29. They got a 500 record on the road. They're on 16-16. So there definitely is going to be opportunities for us, but we'll have to kind of wait and see on how everything cashes in. And then I'll go over some of the starting lineups here. And we're going to have first pitch. It'll be in about 12 minutes or so. So I'm going to get a little bit of this NBA Finals Game 5 in, and then I'll put it on the computer, and then we'll end up getting into the game. Hope everyone had a fantastic Monday. And this is a good way to end obviously Monday as we're transitioning, obviously getting over the weekend. All right, leading off for the Marlins, second baseman, Luis Arias. And crazy thing about Luis, he's batting number 1 in Major League Baseball. Arias, 397 average, 91 hits, 229 at-bats, 1 homer, 30 RBIs, and 1 stolen base. But he's been over 400 for a kind of a chunk of the season. He's been kind of hovering, 380, 390, 400, 405, go back to 397. So this is the number 1 hitter in baseball, and this is a big part of why the Marlins are in second place in the NL East. They haven't been 37-29 in this position in quite some time. Batting second for the Marlins, DHing for them tonight, Jorge Soler. Batting third, left fielder, Brian De La Cruz. God, these guys got some fire uniforms, all like their throwbacks, they're home, they're away. Pretty sweet color combinations with these jerseys. Batting fourth and batting cleanup, first baseman, Garrett Cooper. Batting fifth, right fielder, Jesus Sanchez. Batting sixth, third baseman, Jean Segura. We obviously loved him when he was on the Mariners, and he's been floating around from many teams. Obviously, a lot of people remember him on the Phillies, and we always have good memories of him on the Mariners. It's one of those guys that when he left, we always rooted for him to do well wherever he went. He was very likable in the Pacific Northwest, and we'll see what he does for Miami tonight. Batting seventh, shortstop, John Berti. Batting eighth, catcher, Nick Fortes. And batting ninth, center fielder, Jonathan Davis. And on the mound, Jesus Luzardo. That's a fire photo. Look at that throwback with the kind of the teal Marlins there. And it's got the black numbers with the teal on the outside with the hat being teal. That's fire right there. I mean, you don't have to know anything about fashion where that's like, and it's got the pinstripes. That's slick. You know what I mean? This one, is like a standard uniform. But when you look at that, you're like, whoa. That's a sweet fucking throwback, and hopefully Jesus doesn't tear us up. And let's go over here to the Mariners, and I got the game on right now. I got the Heat and the Nuggets on. It was either going to be do that stream or do the Mariners and keep up with the game, and so I figured that would be the smart thing to do, so that way I could do the Mariner game. And we've been doing pretty good the last 3 streams. We've been getting some good views on that and getting some new vibes and some new people. We're actually getting kind of recommended. So hopefully we can keep that vibe as well. Leading off for the Mariners, shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Batting second, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. Batting third, first baseman, Ty France. Batting fourth, right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. Batting fifth, third baseman, Eugenio Suarez. Batting sixth, DHing tonight, A.J. Pollock. Batting seventh, left fielder, Dylan Moore. Batting eighth, catcher tonight, Tom Murphy. And batting ninth, second baseman, Jose Caballero. And on the mound for the Mariners, one of my favorites, and I think a lot of Mariner fans are very excited. Robbie Ray went down. It gave an opportunity for someone to step up. Bryce fucking Miller. And with his first three starts, he was doing things that we've never seen before on the major league level. ERA was like 0.50, 0.60. But in the last few starts after that, kind of came back to reality, got roughed up a couple times. We know he's good, and I don't think his confidence is shaken like Logan Gilbert last night. And I think the new rotation now, to me, should be Luis Castillo 1, Logan Gilbert was 2, but now I would probably put George Kirby 2, Bryce Miller 3, then I would put Logan Gilbert 4 until he gets his confidence back. And then you got guys like Marco Gonzalez and Brian, probably after him. So we'll see where it goes. But anytime I get Bryce Miller starts, or George Kirby, there's a little bit more upside than Logan Gilbert. The talent level might not be on Luis Castillo's level, but I think we get really excited when we see guys that have potential. Let's go, baby. And we got the game on here as well. 45-39, 47-39 with the flush by Jimmy Butler, Jimmy Buckets. 47-39 Heat with 3:25 left in the second quarter. And a lot of people are probably surprised watching this, seeing that the Miami Heat are actually fighting. Remember, it is a must-win game for them. But when you're down 3-1, I mean, unless you're really well coached up and you got players that play for pride, a lot of times it's just over. So we'll see what happens if they can extend the series. But just because if the Heat do win this game, on the road, there is no guarantee that you win at home in Game 6. I mean, we already know the Nuggets are going to win the championship. Now it's just a matter of when. So we'll see if it ends up being tonight, but they're not down by a lot. But they had turnovers early. They looked sloppy, got some guys in foul trouble, didn't look smooth out there. Miami was kind of bullying them early on, and they got the 47-39 lead. But I know the Nuggets will make a run, in the second half, a few of them, one in the third and one in the fourth. So there's still a chance for the Nuggets to win the championship in front of their hometown crowd fans. And if they lose, and then the Heat win Game 6, you already know the Nuggets would win the championship here in Game 7 if it went to that particular route, but maybe over before then. Ooh, nice putback. 47-41 Heat. Hope everyone is having a fantastic day. Daniel in the building, what's good? Matt, you're in here. You're going to grind it out with me, being helping me out with the donos and whatnot. So I appreciate that. And like I said, we've been doing pretty good. Like there's been other events like the NBA Finals and the Stanley Cup that I could have done, but I decided to kind of trust my gut and just, do a little bit of the Mariners, starting on that game that was on the Apple TV Plus exclusive, because I obviously knew that less people would have access to that. And like I said, the last 3 streams, we've actually gotten considerably an increase in views, which is nice that, people are looking up. And I have a certain style with my thumbs now, that people kind of recognize me for that particular look. I just had to find my look. I had to find my style, and that was really the last thing that needed to be upgraded was the thumbs. And I got that on lock now. So let's go. And like I said, this Mariner Marlin series is going to be good. Like I said, you got the #1 hitter in baseball coming in, right? Like super underrated. And then we already know the Mariners are going to have, they're going to have good days and they're going to have bad days, but there's not a lot of people that consistently rep the Mariners like me. And I want to be, obviously known as that, it's that Mariner YouTube guy, and there's not a lot of people that are going to put in that dedication. So nothing like, I don't have anything against the NBA Finals or the Stanley Cup, but sometimes you got to go with your gut, based on what you think might be able to see a new audience. And we obviously know the NBA market, to a certain degree is oversaturated like the NFL, and I do enjoy doing NHL, and we might do that tomorrow. We'll either do NHL or do Marlins Mariners again. I'll kind of make a decision with that, but we'll wait for people to kind of sprinkle in, and the game will start here in about 4 minutes. But I'm watching the NBA Finals here on ESPN before I switch it to the computer, so that way I don't have any delay, and I can kind of see what's going on. I might actually make it here until halftime before the game actually starts for the Mariners in about 4 minutes for first pitch. Bam Adebayo 51-42 Heat. And I think a lot of Miami Heat fans are pleasantly surprised. And I think a lot of Nuggets fans are a little worried and a little nervous that they came out so flat. Like, maybe a little too overconfident. Like, we're winning the championship tonight, so we don't even have to really bring our best A game. And Miami's like, well, you better play better than what you think you can play, because they're trying to get it back to Miami. They Miami Heat are the underdogs. They're not going to win it all, but they are resilient, and that starts from Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo. So, but if you started sloppy early on, there is, obviously room to, correct the mistakes in the third and fourth quarter, get back to, being the Denver Nuggets, and then obviously waiting for Uncle Mo and that momentum to die off for the Heat. But at least it's good that the Heat are pushing. They're not just rolling over and being like, well, fuck, we lost it and it's over. Miami is trying to push it to, back to Miami, because they know if it goes back to Miami, they could lose, but they do have a better chance to win there, just with their home court fans, maybe trying to really give them all the energy they got, knowing that that could be the last game in Miami, which it would be for the entire series and season. Oh, 51-42. And on the Denver flip side, they're not down by a lot. They're only down by 9 points. Now, if they were down by 15 or 20 in this game, I'd be like, whoa, this is concerning. But they are still in striking range, so I'm not really too worried about it yet. Nice pump fake there by Lowry. He gets kicked or kind of flops there on the ground. That's one thing about the NBA game. Too much flopping, man. It's not the same type of physical game in the 80s and 90s. The role players were better. The jobbers on the benches were better. People didn't complain as much. Less than a minute to go. And then we got a couple minutes until first pitch. Let's go, baby. All right, I'll go over the lineups here one more time before we get into it. All right, leading off for the Marlins, second baseman Luis Arias. And he's leading Major League Baseball with a .397 average. Most teams don't even have a 300 hitter, including the Mariners. And he's hitting .397. He's been over 400 a lot this year. 91 hits out of 229 at-bats. Only one home run. So he's not like a power hitter, but he's got 30 RBIs, one stolen base. He's just a great leadoff hitter like an Ichiro. Pretty impressive. Hopefully he's not on any PEDs or steroids or anything like that. And he's been getting tested, so everything's coming out good. And I hope that he doesn't rip us up for 3-4 hits in this matchup or something worse. Nice flush by the Nuggets there by Michael Porter Jr. That was smooth. Batting second, DH in Jorge Soler. Batting third for Miami, left fielder Brian De La Cruz. And he's been good too. He's batting almost 300. He's at 295. He's actually the second best hitter for the Marlins tonight. Batting fourth, first baseman Garrett Cooper. Batting fifth, right fielder Jesus Sanchez. Batting sixth, third baseman Jean Segura. Us Mariner fans wish you well. Batting seventh, shortstop John Berti. Batting eighth, catcher Nick Fortes. And batting ninth, center fielder Jonathan Davis. And on the mound, Jesus Luzardo. Look at those unis, man. Like standard uni, nothing too special, standard. But then the throwback, man, with that hat, that's a good look. With the pinstripes, that's fire. Hopefully he doesn't tear us up tonight. Jesus, I'm seeing you. All right, let's go to the Mariners. All right, let me flip it over. We're going to get started here in just moments. Here we go. Leading off for the Mariners, shortstop J.P. Crawford. Batting second, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. Batting third, first baseman Ty France. Batting fourth, right fielder Teoscar Hernandez. Batting fifth, third baseman Eugenio Suarez. Batting sixth, DHing A.J. Pollock. Batting seventh, left fielder Dylan Moore. Batting eighth, catcher Tom Murphy. And batting ninth, second baseman Jose Caballero. And on the mound for the Mariners, Bryce fucking Miller. Let's go. Marlins, Mariners. Let's get it, baby. All right, go. Let's go, Bryce. Going against the number one hitter in baseball. And I'll still be watching the NBA Finals Game 5. But, when you like to multitask, I like to be able to watch both things at once if I can. So, .397 average, 1 homer, 30 ribbies so far for Luis. Come on, Bryce. And Bryce was supposed to actually play yesterday. Line drive to Ty France, 1 away. And they were supposed to play him yesterday, but, saving him for this particular series, I see why they did it. I mean, we got roughed up yesterday, and it's just nice to hopefully get off to a good fast start tonight. And this is not going to be easy. Nice little lined out to first for Luis, 1 away. Next up, DH Jorge Soler. And this is Preston's favorite team, so I assume that he's up there probably for all 3 games. He loves the Marlins. It's like, both of us have teams that we root for in at least one sport that's not in Oregon. Just coincidentally, it ends up being Florida for both of us, but he is a Colts fan. Pitches low, 1 ball, 1 strike. Come on, Bryce. Let's get to 100 in donos. Let's do it. Pitches low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Come on, Bryce. Two-one pitch. Pitches outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Let's go, baby. Yeah, these Marlins games are not going to be easy. They're in second place. We're in 4th. Chopper foul. So maybe in like years past when they were like a mid to bottom of the division team, yeah, maybe we would sweep or win 2 out of 3. But there is a strong chance if we, don't get hits, well, we could lose all 3 games or, maybe win only 1. So I'm really hoping that they can bring the energy early and often. Otherwise, it could get ugly. 3-2 pitch for Miller. Big swing and a miss. Got him. There we go. First K for Bryce Miller, the new phenom on the Mariners, my boy. There we go. Bring that heat and that electricity, Bryce. Nice job. 1K, 1 away, now 2 away. Let's go. Next up for the Marlins, left fielder Brian De La Cruz. Big swing and a miss. .295 average, 8 homers, 35 ribbies. This is the second best player tonight based off batting average and so far the accomplishments that he's had this season. Last 12 games, though, he's batting .311 with 15 ribbies. So him and Luis are kind of the 1-2 punch for the Marlins. Pitch on the corner. 0-2 count. He's ahead in the count. There we go. Hell yeah, Bryce. Let's go. And like I said, for us Mariner fans, we know Luis Castillo is the number 1. Normally, Logan Gilbert is the second best, but I think he's mentally in his head. Big swing and a miss. Got him. There we go. 1, 2, 3 inning with 2 Ks for Bryce Miller. But we like Bryce Miller and George Kirby more than Logan Gilbert. He went from being the second, based off, talent, maybe now to 4th. No disrespect on his end, but we just have more faith in Kirby and this guy right here, Bryce Miller. Let's go, baby. Nice job. 2 Ks already for Bryce Miller. Love it. All right, let's go to the bottom of the first. Halftime, 51-44 Heat. So, and the Joker is just getting warmed up. 9 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists. Adebayo is really having a strong game, 18-9, and that's the reason why the Heat have this little lead of 7. So I'm not sure if it's going to be enough for them to hang on, though. We already know Denver will make a run and make the proper adjustments. All right, leading off for my Mariners at shortstop, J.P. Crawford. Batting second, center fielder, Julio Rodriguez. And batting third, first baseman, Ty France. Let's go, baby. This is not going to be easy. We know it's going to be tough. And so far, so good, obviously, in the top of the first. And we already got 2 Ks with Bryce fucking Miller. So we like you more than Logan Gilbert. You're right there with George Kirby, right underneath Luis Castillo. We got one of the best pitching staffs in Major League Baseball. We just need their hitters to match the skill set of our pitchers. And we need our guys hitting towards 300 rather than 200 or 250. All right, come on, JP. Takes a strike looking. Come on, baby. Let's go, JP. And obviously, Jesus is on the mound, and we just got to make sure he doesn't dominate us tonight. Pitches low and outside. 1 ball and 1 strike. Yeah, make sure that you're putting in the comments, where we're at, where we're going. Make sure you're keeping up with the regular routine that Sarah usually does too. 1-2 count. Count is foul. And I think there is a good chance that they will be able to do that. And, and if they force it to game 6, I mean, there's no guarantee Miami, comes out with guns a-blazing and they win at home. I mean, they could, but I don't think anyone really thinks the Heat are going to win the championship in any way. I don't see any scenario of them winning unless, like, the Joker got hurt. JP rips it fair towards all the way to the wall. Go, 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 go. Is that going to be a double or triple? Yes. There we go. Let's go, baby. Stand up double for JP Crawford. Nice job, JP. 54 hits this season, 38 singles, 13 doubles, baby. Next up, Julio Rodriguez. Pitches inside. 1 ball, no strikes. So he's exciting, too, to be able to have a guy that potentially will be a Hall of Famer, a guy that could be the face of baseball sooner than later, a guy that could take over for Mike Trout once, Trout retires, and, having that elite center fielder out there. We already know how great Aaron Judge and Shohei Ohtani are. Mike Trout as well. We just need consistency. Last 18 games, 342 average, 5 homers, 15 ribbies with an OPS of 959. But overall, he's batting 245 for the season. So he's been chasing too much at first pitch and second pitch looks, regardless if they're strikes or not. And I'm just hoping that he can get locked in after the All-Star break. He already is. And we can get that batting average up to 300 or above 300. He's good, like he should be at that. But he's still young. He's still inexperienced. This is only his 2nd year, but you can tell he is a phenom. He won Rookie of the Year, and it looks like, he could be a Hall of Fame type of player. We just need to see the hard work, the consistency, and maybe we need to end up getting a new hitting coach. There we go. $0. Let's get to 100 in donos. We can do that. We'll get that first person to help us out, and then it'll steamroll from there. 3-2 count. How's the weather in Hawaii, Matt? Today was pretty hot here. I have to look up to see how hot it was. It felt like 80 or 90 here. Pitches outside. Whoa. And they said they called Julio out off that. That was way off the plate. Whoa. Horrible call. That was like 2 inches, 3 inches off the plate, and he rung him up as a strikeout. That is insane. There's no way. Okay, well, that's the first horrible call of the night. Hopefully we don't have too many of those. We can't get Julio to get upset and get in his own head. Next up, first baseman Ty France. Bottom of the first, 0-0 Marlins and Mariners. Runner at second, JP Crawford. In the box, Ty France batting .283 this season, 5 homers and 28 ribbies. Swing and a miss, 0-2 count. Let's go, Ty. Appreciate you, Matt. Cyberpunk trying to help us out with sharing it on the Twitter. Appreciate that. Pitch is high. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Jesus Luzardo this season, 28.2 K rate. The MLB average is 22.7. So he definitely has it in his bag to dominate us. Hopefully not too bad. Got to find a way. 1-2 pitches outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Let's go, Ty. All-star last year for the Mariners. Just like Julio. Big swing and a miss. Struck him out. 2 away. Damn. Next up, another guy that's been up on a heater. Right fielder, Teoscar Hernandez. Came over from the Blue Jays, had a little bit of a slow start, but I liked him. I didn't think we got fleeced like we did with the Robbie Ray deal. And Colton Wong, he's been the Wong guy. Currently 88 degrees here. Wow, it was hot today. Probably hit 90. Error. Go, 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 go. Yes, wild throw to second. JP Crawford to third. Oh, baby. Nice job, JP. Good awareness. Now we got JP Crawford at third base. Could we get the first run? The better that we do early on in the first 3 innings, the better chance that we have to at least keep up. Not necessarily win, but just keep up. 73, 69, 75, and 78. So a lot cooler the rest of the week here. Pitch is low. 1 ball. No strikes. Oh, wow. They called that a strike? Get out of here. This ump is wild. It's already had 2 questionable calls. It's only the bottom of the first. Pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Come on, Teoscar. JP Crawford, 252. Julio, 244. Ty France, 282. Teoscar, 248. Suarez, 213. Unacceptable. Needs to be higher. These guys are too good of players. Like, a lot of them are all-star level players. They got to play like it. There we go. All the way to the wall. That'll score 1. Yeah. Let's go, baby. That's what I'm talking about. 1-0 Mariners. Thank you, sports gods. You know exactly what I need. 1-0. Mariners are up. Let's go. And no real Mariner fan has taken this team for granted. It's not, just because they might have not been that good in years past, they're good this year. Like the Orioles, like the Rangers. There's some up-and-coming teams that are a little bit better. Next up, third baseman Eugenio Suarez. .213 average, 6 homers, 37 ribbies. Pitches inside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Come on, Suarez. 82. Wow, we're hotter than you guys. That's wild. 1-1 count. Suarez fouls it back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Suarez, one of 2 players for the Mariners to appear in every game this season with Teoscar Hernandez. So consistency. Suarez. Oh, he dropped it. Yes. Yes, he got cocky and he dropped it. Yes. Whoa. Yeah. Hell yeah. 2-0 Mariners. He was out there in the outfield just chilling, waiting for the ball to come. And then he took his eyes off it on the very last second. De La Cruz, it goes and bobbles it, goes to the ground. There we go. I'll take it. 2-0 Mariners. Let's go. He should have ran towards the ball instead of waiting the ball to come to him, and he didn't time it right. Fielding percentage, 984, 20th, and as far as Major League Baseball rankings are concerned. I'll take that little error. Thank you so much. An error by De La Cruz. Fuck yeah, baby. They're already having a meeting at the mound. They're like, fuck, what happened? Next up, DHing tonight, A.J. Pollock. All right, here we go. Give me some info. I've heard of this Matt Payton guy. I think I've heard of him before. Pickens, Judy, Hollywood Brown, Drake London, Rashad Bateman, Elijah Moore, Jacoby Myers, Christian Watson, Jahan Dotson, Kadarius Toney. Yeah, those are those quality breakout guys. Big swing and a miss. Come on, AJ. Wide receivers, your obviously is your favorite position to cover. Anytime you play a position, of course, you fall in love with that position. Yeah, and obviously I got to see, Jerry Rice in his career, in his prime, and see what that was about. Randy Moss in his prime, T.O., Terrell Owens in his prime, Megatron in his prime. Special stuff. But, when it's all said and done, you're probably going to be able to put a guy like Justin Jefferson in that same category. I definitely think if he stays healthy, he could be the guy. No disrespect to Jamar Chase and Tyreek the Freak Hill and Cooper Kupp and all the other guys that are fucking amazing. But if you had to choose one guy, besides maybe Jamar Chase that could do some special stuff, as far as longevity of career, it definitely is Jay Jetta. To me, he's got the most upside to end up being a top 5. Like Jamar Chase could end up being like a top 10, maybe all time, if he stays and plays for a long time with Burrow. But I think Jay Jetta has a chance to be like right there with T.O., Randy Moss, Megatron, and maybe even surpass those guys. Maybe not get to Jerry Rice level, but maybe he could be, second, third. I could definitely see that. He's really special. Chopper foul on the 3-2 pitch is foul. Yeah, well, he's just got to stop fucking gambling, The gambling needs to stop, and then the Colts player got caught. It's like if you're going to bet, like have someone else bet for you. Don't do the bets yourself. It's like they got your information on there, either your SOCH or your bank information, because, like, how do you think you get paid if you win? You have to put that shit in. So popped up on a 3-2 pitch. Hopefully they got 3 guys right next to it, and it's caught. All right, we got one stranded, but we take a 2-0 lead. Nice job, Mariners. I like that. Top of the second, 2-0. Mariners are up, baby. Mr. Williams. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate you. Long time. No talk. Appreciate you, man. Always for the mental health. All the mental health Mondays. Mr. Williams. Man, it's been a minute. It's been a minute. I figured out how to do thumbs now. So now the thumbs are, all, I don't have to worry about paying anybody. Everything is done all 100% by me and whatnot. Thank you so much, man. I missed you. And like I said, some people have, been really busy. Some people, haven't been regulars as much with other different circumstances, whether, a different job change or health or passing away, or there's been a lot of, turnover and whatnot, but it's always good to see you. And like I said, regardless if the people donate a little bit or donate heavy, it's never been about that. Of course, I need to be able to survive. You know what I mean? But if you really do care about people, you check up on people, regardless if they're, donating to you, not donating to you. If they're in the stream, they're not in the stream. And I always try to keep up and touch base, with the people that are special to me and this channel. And I appreciate you very, very much, man. Yeah, dude. I know that you work a lot, so it's not like, hey, I'm not going to ever be here ever again and, and whatnot. So miss you too, bro. And the fam misses you as well. Appreciate you, man. $69 dono. Appreciate you. What's new in your life, man? Like I said, I don't try to bombard anyone. I always try to give people space, and whatnot. But I'm always curious when I don't hear, back from certain people, and I just assume just incredible working, especially with you. $69 dono. Go from 0 to 69. Mental Health Monday. My guy, Mr. Williams. Bang, bang, bang. Stacks on stacks. Racks on racks. A little Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. $69 dono. That's always a good number. Those are kind of far and few between. And we do appreciate you very, very much. I bet. And you keep grinding, you will. Yeah. And Sarah's on vacation, still doing the lead mod, type stuff for us, but she went to like DC, so she's going to be on and off for like the next 10 to 12 days. So usually it'll be now Matt has become a mod to fill in for some people that have been gone, and to make sure that we have a a dono presence and a presence in the room. And then also with Jameson and Elliott, they still do that as well. We haven't seen a whole lot of Holly. She's kind of going through some things. So hopefully we'll get back with having her in the building more on a regular basis. And and then like I said, we'll see a little Chief will Chief, a little Shepherd. Shep is like you. You guys work a lot, so I totally get it. But I appreciate you very, very much, man. Awesome. And let me know what you want to see for any type of photos. If there's anything that you want to see, let me know. And I got you. If you don't really mind the photos, I mean, it's totally up to you. Everyone's a little different. I always like to try to offer it. But yeah, we miss you, man. But I imagine it's just been a grind, and I just try to keep my mental health the best that I can keep it. Try to stay positive. Try to get outside every day. I got shin splints in my left leg by probably walking too much with Paisley, but cut back still continuously on the drinking and whatnot. So trying to be a little bit healthier, and then just grinding, just grinding away, man. And then also just trying to do a wide variety, doing WWE, AEW, obviously NFL and college football. We're not in the right season right now, but doing a little NBA playoffs, NBA finals, a little NHL and NHL Stanley Cup, MLB, Mariners, Dodgers, or any good teams, NASCAR here and there. So I'm really trying to, kind of break into every single thing depending on what the main event is. And then obviously we know in the finals, it's a 60-53 with 7:45 left in the third quarter. See if the Nuggets can come back and win their first championship. Top of the second, 2-0 Mariners, runner at first, 3-0 count. Come on, Bryce. And this is our new phenom. So for us Mariner fans, he came in his first 3 starts. He did things that no other MLB pitcher has done since 1900. His ERA was 0.50. It was under, a run. And that's after 3 starts. So it was wild. No one's ever done that. But then he kind of, got back to reality, got roughed up on a couple spots. But right now, instead of being the 4th guy, we probably think he's the 3rd guy. And Logan Gilbert was our 2, probably goes down to 4 in the power rankings now. So Luis Castillo still been our number 1. George Kirby now 2. Bryce Miller, the new guy, 3. And then Logan Gilbert probably 4 because he's lost his mental health and his confidence is shaken. And then we got Marco Gonzalez at 5. And then the new guy, Brian Woo, we probably got him right after. So our pitching staff is one of the top 5 in Major League Baseball. We just need the hitting to be there to get the wins up for our pitchers. Some of our pitchers have got some cheap losses because we're getting 4 runs or less a game. Sometimes we get 5 hits or less a game. And how the hell are you supposed to win when you only get a couple hits, especially when we have talent in the lineup? We're not like a bottom feeder or whatnot. So yeah, awesome, dude. And like I said, I always try to keep up with you and Holly and some of the others that have been real busy. Some people will try to check in, but again, I don't get my feelings hurt if I, don't hear back from certain people. I get it. People are busy, but I always try to make sure to, just, occasionally check up, see how things are going. And I know, eventually if you have time, you'll come through, but we missed you, man. Yeah. That's what you were saying last time, that they turned off the scramblers. So where you were before when you were working on certain levels or certain, level 2, level 3 or whatever, they made it so that you couldn't really be on devices and whatnot. So. Okay. That's awesome, man. Yeah, and anytime that you can come through and even just say hi for fucking 5 seconds, and even if you can't donate, just want to come through, do it, man. I think a lot of people would be excited, and I don't really know. It just depends on what goats are in the room and what mods, and some people are a little hit and miss and whatnot. But well, I do really appreciate you. Keep grinding. You'll get the promo. You'll get the promotion. And thank you so much for your generosity. Mental Health Mondays is a real thing, man. And my mental health has been spotty and shaky, this year, to be honest. And yeah, it just, feels good to be able to have that support and whatnot. So thank you, man. I appreciate you. And I do miss having all of the goats kind of together. We haven't had a stream where everyone has been in here in a long time. just because everyone's on a different schedule. But I am hopeful that before the end of 2023 that we can make it happen, even if it's just for like a night, where we can just get everyone's schedules kind of lined up and we can get, 8, 9, 10 of the GOATs in the room at the same time, which would be cool. 1-2 pitch to Gene Segura. Top of the second, 2-0 Mariners. Chopped foul. Count stays 1-2. Runners at first and second. Yeah, but we missed you, man. I appreciate you very much. Come on, Bryce. Marlins have won 8 out of the last 9. 1-2 pitch from our phenom, Bryce Miller. Chopper right past Bryce. Tag, double play, bang, bang, got it. Wow. There we go. Nice double play by the M's, baby. Yeah. Jose Caballero. No, J.P. Crawford. Let's go, defense. I appreciate that. Sometimes, we get busy, but I know I'm a routine type of person. Like if I don't have like coffee or energy drink, or, if I don't get that walk in, or if I'm not, doing my regular routine, my day is fucked. It's like, even if I know I got some, work to do, but like I said, if it's something that you love, it's not necessarily work. It's your love, your dream, your passion. But there's, a lot of effort that goes in, making the thumb, doing all the prep, getting all the photos, all the information lined up before each stream and whatnot. So, and I prefer, doing, play-by-play like football, NFL, college football, baseball, rather than watching like NASCAR, NHL, basketball, because then I feel like I'm not being able to put in my full skill set, just by doing like a watch party. Like I want to be able to like call the game. And obviously it'd be difficult to do like a lap by lap in NASCAR or play by play in NHL, unless you have incredible vision and you can see the jersey names and know body shapes, because when the puck moves so quickly, it'd be very difficult unless you actually are a true professional, or you've been watching since you were like 5 and you know all the names of all the hockey players, then you might be able to do it. NBA is usually a 2-man crew because someone has to do the scoreboard and you can kind of bounce off each other. But the NBA to me isn't really what it used to be. Do I still follow it? Yeah. 60-60 Heat Nuggets. Will I do a little bit of it? Yeah, but it doesn't give me the same type of excitement, I feel, as like Major League Baseball or even hockey or NASCAR for that matter. I feel like basketball is kind of on the bottom of the totem pole. I do like March Madness, but I just think that there's other sports that are a little bit more exciting for me. Oh, I hope you do. Anytime you can, come through, and if I can be a positive influence and even just hanging out, and like I said, I figured out how to do thumbs. I mean, like I got to a point where I got sick and I got the stomach bug, right? And I was like norovirus. I had it like for like a week. It was like the most terrible shit. Like imagine being like in the bathroom and you're throwing up and you're like, going back and forth and, you're getting sick and you have stomach pain, right? And that's like 12 hours. That's what I had to go through. So I couldn't record. So there was like a loss in income there. Then I record a couple games and, do like World Baseball Classic. And then they give me an unfair ban for like a week, with nothing I did wrong, and then there's another week of no income and whatnot. But then it gave me a time in that period to figure out what the buttons, and I didn't watch any tutorials. I just kind of just figured it out and just started clicking on different buttons. And I finally figured it out. And now I have my own kind of style with it. And yeah, that'll obviously save money, so I don't have to pay anyone. But that's, so I think everything has been improved on that end. We're just missing people like you and the GOATs, and hopefully that we can get as much of you when you're not working, man. Yeah, always grinding when I have to, man. Oh, I will. And like I said, we appreciate you, man. Obviously, a heavy hitter, heavy hitter donator. We try to support each other on the mental health. And sometimes you never know who's going to be able to give you that lift and that boost. You assume it would be like family or friends or people that live, in your hometown state. But sometimes, when you do have a connection to people and a channel, you can still get sometimes more there than you can from people face to face, believe it or not. So you guys are a positive influence in my life. And I don't really hang out with anyone besides Paisley and you guys. So I appreciate you. $69. to get to the goal. 31 to go. Mr. Williams, he's the man. We appreciate you. Yeah. And that takes time. So obviously the time that you had before, now you gotta put that time somewhere else. Well, you don't have to, but you're choosing to if it's worth it to you. So regular. Oh, okay. Well, don't get too discouraged. You've seen how it goes. Sometimes you go up, sometimes you go down. It's just like in life. Like for me, last year was much better, for me. And this year has been, sometimes a struggle, and, you can't always expect anything. And you have to, and when you do go through the ups and downs, it makes you appreciate the little things, and have gratitude and appreciation when your life gets shitty. Then you think to yourself, oh, I got a flat, could have been 2. Could have been all 4. Could have been a crazy person that poked all 4 tires, and then I'm stuck having to pay like $1,000 instead of maybe $250. So it's all about perspective and whatnot, and being able to hang out with the goats. And you're definitely one of them. And I think with the experiences, we can pass that along. And we got a lot of smart, intelligent, hardcore fans of sports that have different jobs and professions, and it's just nice to be able to vibe with each other. All right, let's go to the bottom of the second. 2-0 Mariners. Let's go, baby. Do you want any photos or anything before you got to go, or do you have to dip right now? Yeah, but it's good to see you, man. I already knew at some point, just like with you and Holly and a few others, like it'll be a matter of time, but I genuinely just want to be able to check in, see how things are going. Usually if it's, if things are going really terrible, then, I probably would have heard from some people sooner. But obviously if I assume that I haven't heard from people, then things are okay at least, and they're busy. One away. Dylan Moore. No cracked bat. This is only his second game, so we need to get his first hit of the season. Next up for the Mariners, backup catcher, Tom Murphy. Oh yeah, Preston's at the game. He's in like some kind of outfield suite, and there's like a TV right in front of him, like underneath the counter where they have like a beer counter, and then there's like a monitor underneath it, and then you can see the game, and it looks like they're right off first base in one of the suites or whatever. That's cool. Great view. I figured that he was there for all 3 games. That's awesome. Murphy, down third base. Go, go, go. Stays fair. Run, run. Stand up double for Tom Murphy. There we go. Next up, second baseman Jose Caballero. And I'll show you Preston's seats. Oh, hit him. Damn, Jose's always getting beamed, dude. What's up with that? All right, so this is where Preston is at the game right now. So look, they got the monitor. So you're like right, and these are pretty spendy. I think it's through, what did he say? He said it's through fiance's best friend's new boyfriend for tonight's game because he's getting married and whatnot. So look, you got the little monitors underneath, and then you got your little booze and whatnot, food, and then you got the game, and obviously you can see the catcher right there, right off first base. Those are pretty fire. And then you can still get foul balls up there too. I never knew what it looked like up there because I've never sat up there before. But hell, that's fucking pretty dope with the TV right there and for replays, and you got your own little section. Great view of the buildings in the background. Okay. Yeah, if I had extra money, obviously that would be something that, obviously would be fun to do. But you got to take care of the other things first. Bottom of the second, 2-0 Mariners. Runners at first and second. JP. Force out to second. Runners on the corners. Yeah. Sometimes, I feel that, when we have certain positive people and we stay away from that for a while, it's like you can tell the difference when you hang around certain people and when you hang around other people. Like sometimes it's good to be able to have the good vibes, regardless of where that person is. It doesn't have to be right in front of your face. It doesn't have to be on the phone or even in your hometown state, Come on, Julio. Let's go, baby. Good opportunity here. Bottom of the second. Mariners 2, Marlins 0. Runners on the corners, 2 away. Julio, 244 average, 12 homers, 36 ribbies. But in the last 15 to 18 games, he's been on a heater. He pulls it. RBI. Single for Julio Rodriguez. 3-0 Mariners. Let's go, baby. Yes, sir. I see you. Let's go, Mariners. And Preston's there at the game, living his best life. Next up, first baseman Ty France. Bottom of the second inning, Mariners 3, Marlins 0. Runners at first and second, 2 away. Luzardo, 44, pitches in. Next up, Ty France. Ty, first pitch strike. Shanked foul. 0-1 count. Come on, Ty. 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the first. Yeah, and I appreciate you coming through, man. We miss you. France chops that one foul towards first base outfield. Someone got a souvenir. Let's go, Ems. 69. Let's get to a hundo. Awesome. I'm excited. Anytime I can do things to, elevate, different people like Matt, getting the mod status or having someone like a goat like yourself just being super busy and coming through, and not only coming through, but also, donating on top of that. You didn't have to do that. I still would have been super excited even if you didn't, but just the fact that you did and the amount that you did, that definitely helps, bottom line. So I really appreciate you. Oh, France. Oh, he connects. Back. Gone, baby. 3-run homer. Ty France. 6-0 Mariners. Woo! Let's go. Oh, baby. Yeah. Let's go. 6-0 Mariners. I know for Preston being a Marlins fan, that's not what he wanted to see. He's like, he probably knew that they would win 1 to 2 games, but it was going to be close. And fuck yeah, I'll take that, baby. That's some electricity right there. The whole building. We normally don't get, a lot of hits this season. We don't get a lot of home runs. We're not really that good of a team, 31 and 33. It's not like we're a playoff team right now. Nice job. Next up, right fielder Teoscar Hernandez. Big swing and a miss, 0-2 count. Bottom of the second, Mariners 6, Marlins 0. 0-2 count to Teoscar Hernandez. Pitch is high, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Oh, Ty France is talking to someone. 1-2 pitch to Teoscar. Chopper. Ground ball. Got him. End of the second inning. Mariners 6, Marlins 0. Let's go. Fucking tie. Nice job.
Oftentimes, people with low back pain, knee pain, or hip pain don't even recognize that it's actually coming from their feet. Their feet? For real? Absolutely, 100%. It can have a domino effect because their foot and their ankle aren't supported properly. Their whole body is out of whack. Getting back.
All right, let's go to the top of the third.
Good feet arch support could help. Keeping your body in good alignment, that can go a long way. I'm in for your free pay.
Let's go. Oh, baby. Nice to be able to get some hits. And we already got five hits, 6 runs, 2 errors for Miami. Let's go. Leading off in the top of the third inning, catcher Nick Fortes. Batting second, center fielder Jonathan Davis. And batting third, 0 for 1, second baseman Luis Arias. And he actually has the highest batting average in Major League Baseball. At this point, he is .396. If he can get some hits, he'll definitely will be over 400. The Mariners don't even have one player at 300. And Luis is almost at 400. So that's the type of season that he's having. So anytime you can get him on TV or you can see his highlight package, he's like an Ichiro. He doesn't hit home runs. He only has 1, and he's got like 30 ribbies. So it's more of like a contact hitter. But still, that's fucking impressive. I mean, when nobody can get even to 300, and now he's at almost 4. Reflect in the building. How are you? Mr. Williams, my guy. How are you? And I've been, and like I said, I had an option to do like Stanley Cup or NBA Finals, and chose to do the Mariners instead. But it's paid off. Like the last 3 streams, we had some pretty good numbers. We had over 1,000 3 in a row. So I was like, oh well. One of them was on the Apple TV Plus, so I already knew I was going to get good views there because most people don't have that subscription. So anytime the Mariners are playing there and if the matchup is good, it was Ohtani pitching versus Luis Castillo. That's like must-see TV. If you're a baseball fan, you know it's going to be good. Bryce Miller with a K, 6-0 M's. But I was like, yeah, I could do NBA Finals or, I could do Mariners and I can keep up with what I got, 71-70 Heat. The Nuggets have whittled it down to just down by 1 now that they can still win the championship at home. Reflect is doing goatish things. And $5 for every run. Bang, 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 bang. $29.31. All right, man. I appreciate you. Please come back sometime soon. And even if you can just come over and hang out for a little bit, it's just, it kind of refreshed my soul, man. Especially when you've been so busy for the last, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months. So don't be a stranger. And we appreciate you. And I owe you like 1 billion photos of Dodgers, Rams, and food and anything that you fucking like, video games, whatever we're looking at. So whenever you have some more time, let me know. Appreciate you. Reflect, $29.31, $5 every. We're at 30. Let's go. Bang, bang, bang. Stacks on stacks, racks on racks. Cactus Jack. Bang, bang, bang. I mean, we never have this happen to us, And my friend Preston, Reflect, I've probably seen him either, been on his stream when he's been on with me, the Colts fan. And we go to games to go see Marlins sometimes, and then the Yankees for like Giancarlo Stanton. But this is his seat tonight, and he's there for, I think, 3 games. And this is from his fiance's friend's brother. It's in the suite right off first base. Like, I think it's the lowest one, like the kind of the most expensive one, and the one above it, it's not as more expensive or less expensive. It's higher up. So this one gives you the little monitor right in front of you. Like, shit, that's dope. I've never seen shit like that. And then you got your little refreshments, water or booze or burger zone. And then you're right there in the foul ball zone territory, level with the pitcher, dead center. And then you're right there to the left and the right, of the first baseman and the catcher, and then the batter's box. Beautiful. And then you can see the buildings. Like, I've been to this ballpark a bunch, but I've never seen that it looked like that. I was like, oh, no wonder the rich people sit up there, you know? And he says that they do like custom replays on the TV and at the stadium that you're not getting on the TV broadcast there. So I was like, oh, okay. Pretty cool. And he's been a Marlins fan, all his life. So 71-70 Heat, 6-0 Mariners. What the hell is going on? Let's go to the bottom of the third. Let's get some photos for Reflector, Mr. Williams. But yeah, it's definitely been a struggle in 2023. But I have to stay positive. This is like the dream. This is this is my life. This is my legacy. I've poured in so much of my time and effort, and I gotta keep grinding. And the Jordan rookie on top of that. I'm not doing this for just nothing. Sometimes you got to sacrifice things that you love for your dreams, All right, we're going to the bottom of the third. Marlins, Mariners. I can't believe we're up 6-0. And they have 2 errors. Preston is probably like, oh, man. Like, he's like, maybe I'll get a foul ball, and that'll make up for it. But if he's going to a couple games, you kind of expect to do this. No one is going to sweep. But, hey, I'll take it. This normally does not happen to us. Leading off in the bottom of the third, 0-for-1, third baseman, Eugenio Suarez, one of my favorite players on the team. Love his energy, like Julio. Batting second this inning, 0-for-1, DHing tonight, A.J. Pollock. And batting third this inning, left fielder, 0-for-1 in his second game back of the season, Dylan Moore. Gino, bloop single. I like it. Bang, bang, bang. That was quick. There we go. Nice job, Gino. Yeah. Hey, I'm always grinding, man. I'm always trying. Bottom of the third, 6-0 Mariners. Nice little bloop single by Suarez. Next up, DH A.J. Pollock. I don't know. I just think that, I could definitely do this broadcast different where I didn't use the, photos and do that, but I would just, I sometimes putting in that extra work, it just makes the overall presentation not only better for me, but, for the people at home, especially if they can't see the game. That way you can at least put a name to a face instead of hearing just names all day. Popped up. One away. Next up, left fielder Dylan Moore. Let's go, Dylan. Hasn't got a hit all season. I think he went like 0-for-4, 0-for-5, and he's only had one at-bat so far. So he's either 0-for-5 so far this season or 0-for-6. But, he could be a guy that could be a contributor. He's not really a great hitter per se, but when he gets on base, he can steal bases. He runs the base as well, like Sam Haggerty. So it's kind of an energy guy on the team. Oh, they're good this year, Reflect. I mean, Preston's been a fan since he was a little kid. And, remember they had like Jose Fernandez that died in like the boat crash. That guy was going to be a top 10 pitcher. He was going to be like one of the best in the world. And they've had to rebuild. And, now they got the number 1 hitter in baseball with Arraez at 394, but he was batting over 400. And pitching staff has done pretty good, and they're 37-29. They're second place, in the NL East, so that's better than us. We're at the American League West, where we're 4th, so they're getting more hits. Dylan Moore with a K. It's okay, Dylan. You'll get going. It might take you a few games. Hell, we've had Teoscar Hernandez and Colton Wong have a hard time. I think Teoscar was like 1-for-17 or something before he started getting going. And then Colton Wong was like 1-for-44. It was like 0-for-40 something before he got his first hit. So next up, catcher Tom Murphy. Bottom of the third, Seattle 6, Marlins 0. Preston at the game, probably mad. But if he gets a foul ball, everything will be good. Batting 8th in the order for Murphy, 2 outs, 0-1 pitch for Luzardo. Murphy. Segura forced out to second, and that is the end of the third inning. Mariners 6, Marlins 0. It's just weird saying 6-0 Mariners. Like, feels like I'm saying something I shouldn't be saying. Like it's just so unnatural that for us this season, which is kind of a problem. Like it's like, wow, this is happening. Like we actually got hits before like the fifth inning. No, we got runs too. Get out of here. That's kind of how it feels, and fuck, it shouldn't be that way. Mike in the building. How are you? Another goat has entered the building. Yeah, nice, right? And obviously he's getting married and whatnot, so people are doing certain things. And even if he wasn't, normally when we go together or when he goes with other friends, he tries to get pretty good seats. I mean, if you're driving all the way here from Oregon to go to the game, and you're already spending so much gas, and if it's like a 3.5 hour drive, probably chances are we're not sitting in the 300 level or in the outfield. We're probably sitting off first or third base within the first 20 rows, probably. Maybe not front row, but like, I prefer to sit farther back. So I'm like 15 to 20 instead of 1 through 10, because 1 through 10 is amazing, but you're not going to get a ball. You got to go further back to give you the trajectory to give you a better chance to get a ball. Because if you're up close like that, chances are, if anything, it's going to go to a kid. So, and you don't want to be the Zach Campbell stealing the baseballs from the kids. I got to get mine the fair and square way, where someone gets mad and then they try to punch me or body check me into the ground and my knees start bleeding, but I end up getting the ball. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it takes to get the ball fair and square. And then the other people, they just can't handle it. They just lose their mind. There was like, that was my one chance to be the man or the woman, be on TV. I got a souvenir with all my friends there with me. And then they dropped it. Especially when my first ball, the guy dropped it twice and he had a mitt and he was sitting on the aisle right on the rail. So, I mean, he literally had it go in his mitt and then it went down to his chest and went, put the glove down and it bounced in his glove when he dropped it the first time again. And then it went the third bounce onto the ground and then your boy, whoop, scooped it, and then he body checked me from behind, knees bleeding on the steps. But he thought I would drop the ball after he did that because he fucked up and he, dropped it twice and no dice. Got the ball. Dad took the picture, knees bleeding because it happened in the first inning when I got the ball. So my knees bled for like 9 innings, but fuck it. You get a souvenir and the memories, that's what it's about. Oh, we're happy right now. All the goats are in the room. We got Mr. Williams has been in the building, which we haven't seen him in quite some time. And it's a good feeling. Reflect. Always nice to be able to have another Mariner fan and a Northwest fan that knows what's going on in the Northwest, and we don't need to bullshit about it. Like, we tell you how it is, and not everyone in the Pacific Northwest is going to be hardcore, but we definitely have some that we really appreciate our sports. It really helps, with everyday life, to have that. We're in the top of the fourth inning, 6-0 Mariners. Did I say that right? My God. Right. Yeah, but so far, I guess this season, he's not doing like the 250 to 350 average anymore. He's down to 194. So maybe he's getting to a point, but I know all Mariner fans, we always loved him. And then he went to the Phillies, and I know Phillies fans loved him because he was always clutch. Like people would be like Bryce Harper. But sometimes it could be a guy like him where he's kind of like slept on. He might be like the third or fourth best, hitter, but you're sleeping on him. And then he gets you like a, 2 RBI, big hit down the late and you win. It's like he's that guy. And I think a lot of Mariner fans, we loved him. Like we appreciated him. And you don't like to see guys leave, but you got to make room for new guys to come through too. So, and if I had a choice between him or Eugenio Suarez, I'm going Suarez. So yeah, he's normally better. Yeah, I know. Just like the Adam Jones thing that we were talking about too. I appreciate you. For KFB yesterday, not KFC, KFB, Kyle fucking Busch. That was awesome. Thank you. Mike with an 8er for Kyle fucking Busch. Bang, 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 boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate you. Let's get you a Kyle Busch. D-backs, Pirates, Marlins are like all good this year. Orioles, I don't know. It's kind of cool. I don't want to be the person that's sacrificed, though, based off some other team doing well, but that's what's happening. Popped up. There we go. One away. I appreciate you. And I like him, man. Like, I genuinely do. I never really had a problem, with either one. Obviously, we know Kyle was better than his brother overall as far as like wins and legacy. But, I mean, still the Bush name is going to be sacred. And, yeah, it's like you're almost watching like a living legend, like a Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson. Like, some people don't realize it. I think that how good he is, and Joey Logano. And, yeah, you got Chase and Kyle, too. And Ross is up and coming. But, I think Joey and Kyle, they're kind of the older OGs. They'll be out before the other ones are out. And just cool to be able to see, those guys dominate at the level that they have dominated. And also kind of cool to see Martin Truex Jr. not retire and start to win. And maybe this won't be his last season. So we're up 6-0 right now. The Nuggets got on a run, which I figured they would, and they're up 81-76 with 6:42 left in the fourth, and they've been dominated the whole game by the Heat, which is a little surprising because Denver is at home, but maybe they were a little overconfident and a little cocky, thinking that it was just over, which it probably will be. But you want to win it in front of your home fans, especially if you've never won the championship before. And this might be one of many championships that the Joker gets. This might be the start of the dynasty, kind of like a modern day Spurs or Detroit Pistons. They're kind of built like that, rebounding, defense, no egos, just get the shit done, and the Joker is that way. And the only one I can see matching up with him and actually beating him is like the Milwaukee Bucks with Giannis. That's like the only person that is talented enough, tall enough, physical enough, that has a good enough team around him that I think that could compete. But again, then they would have to play each other. But I appreciate you, Mike. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Mr. Williams. Appreciate you, Reflect. And let me know anything that you guys want during the commercial break. I got you. Come on, Bryce. Top of the fourth, runner at first, 6-0 Mariners, 2 away. Jesus Sanchez in the box. My boy, Bryce Miller on the mound. And I don't know, Reflect, if you feel the same way, but I feel in my heart, right, that Logan Gilbert has lost his mojo. He's lost his mental health, his confidence. So normally it's Luis Castillo 1, Logan Gilbert 2, George Kirby 3, Bryce Miller 4, Marco Gonzalez 5, and Brian Wu and a few others after that, right? But now, end of the top half of the fourth inning. Let's go to the bottom of the fourth. But now I feel that the pecking orders should go based off kind of, last few starts and then like how I feel the pitcher is mentally. I feel we got to put Logan Gilbert fourth now. And I think we have to give more love to George Kirby and how great he is. And, he'll have some spotty starts, but you feel more confident with him, at least in my gut. I do. And I know you do too. And I think Bryce Miller, even though he's raw and he was phenomenal first 3 starts, like 0.60 ERA, doing shit that no one's done since 1900, kind of came back to planet Earth, had a couple, normal to bad starts, and now things have evened out. But I still think Bryce is more elevated and has more potential than Logan Gilbert. I just feel like Logan is good, but I think it's getting mental and, he's forcing shit, losing control. And I think some of it is not the skill. I think it's mental. Like, I think he's getting into his own head and it's starting to like nosedive a little bit. And I think we have to make the switch and we have to slide him down in the pecking order. Otherwise we're going to start getting fucked up, especially if Castillo loses the first one and you have Gilbert pitching at the 2 spot and then he drops one by like 10 runs. That's not going to be good for us. And then we got to, throw Kirby and Miller after that to clean up the mess if that happens. So I don't know if you feel the same way, but that's how I feel. And I know I'm not the only Mariner fan, but most Mariner fans aren't really talking about it. But I mean, I think that he's got number 2 skill set, but I just like the other 2 better. I think I just like George Kirby better. I like Bryce Miller. They got the swagger, and they have something special. Like Gilbert, I feel he just does things kind of good. The other guys do things on an electric level. And I need to see Kirby electric. I need Miller electric, Castillo electric, because that's the only way we're going to get anywhere near 90 wins and get a wild card if we get some electricity out of our guys. And I don't think we're getting any electricity only toilet flushes from Logan Gilbert lately. Do I like him? Yes, I do. But we can't deny the fact that he's not doing well. And it's like it's going to kind of getting progressively worse and worse. So, see, I think goats, we think alike, man. Matt stepping up. He just got mod status to step in for Sarah, which is good. You got to have people that are going to be able to come through and help out. Appreciate you. Appreciate Mike. Appreciate Matt. Appreciate Reflect. Appreciate all of y'all. Bottom of the fourth, 6-0 Mariners. Just feels weird saying that. At the plate, second baseman Jose Caballero. 244 average this season. 2-1 pitch. For a strike, 2-2 count. Now let me know any type of photos or anything you guys want if needed. 2-2 pitch at the knees. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Count is full. Chop foul. I love these unis for the Marlins. Like, you got the standard, right? Nothing special. You know what I mean? Like, would you buy the jersey if you were a fan? Yeah, you're going to buy it. But this, the throwback, though, with the stripes and the teal, man, fire. Popped up. 1 away. Next up, shortstop J.P. Crawford. Yeah. Let's do the Bryce Miller. Let's do it. Like, I was disappointed that when Logan Gilbert pitched the last game, I was like, I'd rather have him pitch for this series, and that's why the switch was made. That if you lost against the Angels, so be it, with Shohei and Mike Trout. But, getting Bryce this kind of experience and being able to see it here, I see it now. But initially, when I saw that Bryce was slated to start and then they put Gilbert, I was like, no. And he's already struggling. Like, why? And then it just went downhill, All right. 2 away. Next up, Julio Rodriguez. Come on, J-Rod, be patient in the box. He's like, patience, what's that? Well, he took a ball there. It's like, for him not to swing on the first 2 pitches, no matter where they are, I mean, that's like a rare feat. Pitches low, 2 balls, no strikes. See, like, you get him 2-0, 3-0. I mean, that's the type of counts you want to be in, not 0-2, not 2-2. I need to see you get ahead of the count, not be behind. That's when we can get more amazing homers from you and give you some ability to get doubles and triples and extend plays that would normally be a single, and maybe you can stretch it to a triple just based off location and not just trying to go yard every time. That'll come with him getting better and better in his prime, like Griffey did. Once they get to year 5 through 9, that's like your prime years, and we'll probably see a big jump and increase, in his baseball IQ as well as his fielding and his hitting. 1 for 2, an RBI single in the second and a run for J-Rod. Love me some J-Rod. That's what makes it kind of fun too, that at least we are respectable now. We got over the hump with the, playoff drought, the worst in sports out of all 4 major league sports. And we got a guy that we can, get behind and decide to root for and watch. And it just feels good to have a superstar potential player, when you didn't really have that for a while since like Ichiro. So first walk, I'll take that. Yes. Well, we knew he would, right? Come on, man. I love. I mean, I chose Bryce Miller over NBA Finals. That says everything. Could have did the NBA Finals, but I was like, oh my God, it's Bryce Miller, man. I don't want to miss this. It's like not going to be the same. I got to be able to have this as part of like the history and the, part of the library on the channel and whatnot. You want to have all of those memories, especially of Kirby and Bryce Miller. I like guys that we draft. I like guys that come up in our system that turn into phenoms. I like that. It's cool to get guys that come over in free agency like Luis Castillo, and he can be like a temporary guy, but it feels better when you get them yourself throughout your own farm system or you draft rather than someone coming over and them being the genius ones getting them and then coming over to your team. And, you still appreciate all the great work that they're doing. But it's like, if you're going to buy a jersey of a guy, sometimes you go for those guys that are more homegrown. At least I know I'm that way. And I imagine, Reflect, you're the same way as well. They're just something a little bit more special when it's your guy, rather than a guy coming in. Like, I think there's a lot of Mariner fans that have a lot of hope for Kirby and Miller. And we already have one of the top 5 pitching staffs. Imagine if we can just get all those guys on that 10 to 15 win level each. We can have 4 pitchers that can get 10 to 15, and maybe one guy could even get close to 20. I mean, if you can get to that point, then your hitters don't really have to do as much because the pitching will be so good, but they need to be better than 5 hits a game. We need to be able to average more than 4 runs typically. And that's kind of where we're at normally when we're doing good, 3-4 runs. When we're doing shitty, 1-0, where the hell's our 6, 10, 12? Like it just hasn't been there this year. Yeah. All the throwbacks. A little pop and a little caught. End of the 4th inning, 6-0 Mariners. $86-82 Nuggets, up by 4 with 3:21 left for the Nuggets to win their first championship with the Joker. That's to the top of the 5th. In the top of the 5th, leading off 0 for 1, third baseman Gene Segura. Mariner fans, we miss you, and we hope that you do well no matter where you go. Batting second, 0 for 1, shortstop John Berti. And batting third this inning, 0 for 1 with a K, catcher Nick Fortes. Let's go, baby. Let's take a look at some of the stats. And on the mound, Mariners still have Bryce Miller. All right, let's take a quick peek here. 4 innings pitched so far, 3 base on balls, 5 Ks. Now, started off his first 3 starts with some phenomenal numbers that normally you never see. So it's kind of nice, to be able to invest in a guy after Robbie Ray, was probably a mistake. He's not going to be a Cy Young guy probably ever again. And then sometimes it's a blessing when you have a guy go out and you feel like, well, you have a guy that comes in, you have no expectations whatsoever. And we already know we have George Kirby. And this was a pleasant surprise. So hopefully he can keep it going. And if we can get him on that, probably 8 to 10K kind of level, maybe we can get closer to 90 wins. It doesn't feel like we're going to make the playoffs this year, but you never know. You can get hot after the All-Star break. And as we know, the All-Star game this year is in Seattle. All right, we're in the top of the 5th. Mariners 6, Marlins 0. 0-1 pitch for Miller. Chopped to first, 1 away. Next up for the Marlins, shortstop John Berti. Let's go, Bryce. Pitch is low. 1 ball, no strikes. 4.1 innings pitched, 0 hits, 0 runs, 0 earned runs, 3 base on balls, and 5 Ks. Bryce, let's get to fucking 10 Ks. Let's go. Chopper, foul, 1 ball, 1 strike. Oh for 1, line out in the second inning for John Berti. Top of the 5th, Mariners 6, Marlins 0. Miller, 63 pitches in, 1-1 pitch. right down the middle for a big swing and a miss. Miller bringing the heaters, baby. Let's go. $86-85 Nuggets. 1 point lead with 2:25 left. Heat just scored 87-86 with 2:25 left in the fourth. Pitches outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Will the Heat push it to Game 6 in Miami, or will the Nuggets find a way with the Joker or Jamal Murray, and will they get their first championship in their team history in just a few minutes? Popped up on the 2-2 pitch. Right back to Julio. Get it, J-Rod. There we go. 2 away. Nice job, Julio. Oh, appreciate that. Yeah, I was calling the game, and then all of a sudden I looked, and there was like, I don't know how many comments, 200-300. I just looked over, and I was like, whoa, appreciate that. $10 dono. I imagine I have to go back and look up to see if there was other. I mean, appreciate that very much. Bang, 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 boom, boom, boom. Bang, bang. Thank you so much. And then I'll take a quick peek, and we'll look up. And let me know what you want to do for photos there. We reflect. Is there anything? I don't know. Because like I said, sometimes when you have raids, people get crazy with the likes, and sometimes you get donos, sometimes you don't. But regardless of what you get, anything you get on the positive side is good. Appreciate that. Top of the fifth, Mariners 6, Marlins 0, 2 away. Bryce Miller on the mound. Yeah. Yeah, it's a big sports channel that's been around the time that I've been around. Back, gone. Marlins get a dinger. Yeah, and they do primarily basketball, but they also do like NFL, and every once in a while for filler content, they'll do like Dodgers or Mariners, or they'll do whatever So they are very established, and shout out to them. Yeah, so usually, how we're like the Fanatic family, so it's like, their channel is the Sports Fury. So it's like, Fury Raid, and they, you'll have like little tag phrases and catchphrases you make for yourself for your channel, like what your fan base is called, or, whatever it is, your little lingos and whatnot. So, yeah, well, it's just, people doing it, to hop into other channels and, show a little love, boost some numbers up. Sometimes you get donos from it. Or someone that watches both channels, because I feel a lot of people already know kind of the, the sports channels that are out there, the ones that are at maybe like 10,000 subs or more for the more established ones, and obviously ones that have higher numbers than that. So Mike is like, what is going on here? I can't even type and hang out. Oh, I'll be here. I'm watching this whole game. I'll be here for a while. Go M's, man. Hey, and let me know when you come back so that way I can get you some photos. I can get you some more Bryce Miller photos. We got to make sure we take care of that. Pitches outside, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Yeah, so usually that's what happens when you end up getting like a bunch of people that comment, or you're getting all these people coming through. Yeah, you'll have certain channels that will go in, during halftime or at different, times of their channel to boost numbers for another channel or show love, or, because when you get likes on your streams or your videos, it's an algorithm. It always helps, so the more that you get, the more that you can kind of keep the momentum, going. In the last 3 streams for at least the baseball side, starting off with doing the Mariners and Angels that was on the Apple TV Plus, we hit some pretty good numbers on there. It was like, I think 1,700. And then 2 after that were over 1,000. And, so when you get a little bit of a spike, you want to try to ride that wave and that momentum. So, but anytime that happens when you're on a channel, that's typically what happens. You'll have a established channel or a non-established channel, and they'll just go into another room and try to boost the numbers. And sometimes you'll even get heavy donations from those people. But normally, sport people and sport channels know of each other. You know, we might not be friends, we might not talk. You know what I mean? But I think a lot of the established sport channels on YouTube, we know of who. You know, we know each other. We may not all talk or whatever, but I think everyone is kind of familiar of who's out there and whatnot. So Mike is like, that was too much for me. Reflects like, I got to go for a walk. 92-89 Nuggets. I might have to. Yeah, I know. Well, now you know. You know what I mean? And like I said, it happens. It happens. You know, a few times a year. You know, people will do it here. You know, so. And they're obviously watching the Nuggets and Heat. They're not doing a baseball stream, so. Fortes homered. 409. Homered to left. Yeah, my buddy is huge Marlins fan. He's there at the game right now. Got good seats too. I mean, especially if you're right there, right in front of the pitcher, right in that suite in the front with the fucking monitor. Pretty dope, man. And you could still get a foul ball right there. There's no net in front of the glass. It's just the glass right there. So if you're quick, you can get a souvenir. Come on, T. Oscar. Fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, 2 count. One, 2 pitch. Big swing and a miss. Got him. Next up, third baseman Eugenio Suarez.
And how do you do it then?
Popped up. Gino. Back. Gone. And that fan caught it too. Woo! Let's go. Oh, baby. Eugenio Suarez with the dinger, baby. Hell yeah. 7-1 Mariners. Let's go. Next up, DH A.J. Pollock. Pitches inside. 1 ball, no strikes. Give him the trident, Suarez. Hell yeah. 1-0 pitch. Called strike, 1-1 count. Bottom of the fifth, 7-1 Mariners. Let's go. Yeah, I definitely wasn't expecting any type of raid or anything like that, especially for some of the people in here if they haven't seen one of those in a long time or never seen that before. But yeah, I apologize if they wanted more of a crazy, like, oh my God reaction. I was just calling the game, and then obviously, you see the numbers, so I appreciate it. You know what I mean? Chopper. Two away. Next up, left fielder Dylan Moore. And it's over. The Nuggets win the championship 94-89. Nuggets. And this might be the first of quite a few Nugget opportunities. Like, you got to look at, who can actually match up to the Joker, and you look at the role players that they have, like with the Jamal Murrays, you can't win it without him. He's obviously the solid number two, but, getting the Aaron Gordons, like kind of like the poor man's Blake Griffin, but getting a guy that can rebound and get little easy dunks down low. Michael Porter Jr., drafting him off potential and him finally getting healthy. And then just, having Caldwell Pope and a few of these other guys off the bench. It's pretty amazing to see. And they definitely remind me of the Spurs or the Pistons from back in the day. So selfless, defensive first, rebounding. So this is not going to be the last championship for the Nuggets. And hopefully we get Nuggets and Bucks next year. And we'll see if we end up, running it back. Because then you actually know that the Bucks would have a shot. Not like Miami Heat didn't, but they just didn't, We just thought they'd win one or two, that's it. And, the superior team is going to win, like tomorrow with Vegas, playing against Florida being up 3-1. Chances are they're going to win, regardless if Florida scores the first goal or not. They're probably going to win in front of their home fans as well. And I have it on the computer here as well. So. Well, congratulations to the Denver Nuggets. All right, end of the fifth inning. Let's go to the top of the sixth. Hi, Paisley. All right, here in the top of the sixth, due up for the Marlins. Leading off 0 for 2, second baseman Luis Arias. Let's see what his batting average is. He was at 402, then 397. Now he's at 394. Still number one in baseball. So we'll see if he ends up getting a hit or not. Due up second this inning, DHing still 0 for 1 with a base on ball and a K. Jorge Soler. And batting third this inning, 0 for 2 with a K, left fielder Brian De La Cruz. That uniform is swaggy, colorful. Kirby tomorrow, Castillo after that. Let's go. Like a lot of the guys with our record, instead of being 500, a lot of our guys could be like, 8-2, 7-3 instead of 5-5 or 4-4. If we could actually get some production, we would have a record kind of like the Marlins. And, the win losses for our pitchers would be a hell of a lot better and more dominant, which it should be. We should see an 8-2 and then a couple 7-3s, maybe a 6-4, but it's just unfortunate that we haven't been able to have the offense to match the pitching so far. Arise. Yeah, the Twins are probably like, why did we trade you? We should have kept you. Top of the sixth, 7-1 Mariners, 8-game hitting streak, 529 average for Luis. Chopped foul. He is special. 3 games with 4+ hits this season. He's kind of good. Number 1 in Major League Baseball overall with batting average. 1-2 pitch. Pitch is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Come on, Bryce. Two-two pitch from Bryce. Chop foul. Count still stays 2-2. Two-two pitch. Grounder to second. JP. 1 away. Arise goes down. 0 for 3. Next up for the Marlins, DHing for them, Jorge Soler. Appreciate you. 1992. Yeah. 1992. Stacks on stacks, Rex on Rex. Cactus Jack. Bang, bang. Appreciate you. $19.92. Appreciate you very, very much. Yeah, let me know if anything you want to see photo-wise. I got you. Next up, left fielder Brian De La Cruz. 1-0 pitch, low and outside from Miller. 2-0 count. Top of the sixth, Mariners 7, Marlins 1. 2 away, 2-0 count. Miller at 85 pitches, so almost done. Come on, Bryce. Right on the corner. Nice. 2-1 count. De La Cruz, 293 average, 8 homers, 35 ribbies so far this season. Pitches outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Come on, baby. Let's go, Bryce. Chop foul. Appreciate you. Okay, no problem. $135. Let's get to 2. Top of the sixth, 7-1 Mariners. It was very cool to see Mr. Williams. We haven't seen him in quite some time. It's always nice to have Reflect in the building. Matt's always here. Got him on the corner, strike 3. Wow. Let's go, Bryce. That's why we're more excited about you and George Kirby than Logan Gilbert. Like, Logan Gilbert's getting down to that Marco Gonzalez level, which is a little scary. We know he can turn it around, but at least it's a blessing that we know that we have guys that are better. And hell, if Logan Gilbert is our 4th best pitcher, chances are we're probably doing really fucking good because he's like normally a number 2. So, but I do love Bryce's potential. He's got 6 Ks. Man, come on. Guy's got great delivery. He's got the juice. I love it. He's got the sauce and the juice, baby. 6 Ks. Let's go, baby. Hell yeah. I mean, it's always nice to see something go your way when the season overall really hasn't. So you have to take those little wins, regardless if it's, just getting a pitcher above 500 or, getting so many strikeouts or so many innings under their belt, And eventually the guys will hopefully heat up after this, the All-Star game, which is in Seattle, but not everyone will heat up, but we're hoping.
5-Hour Energy wants to charge up your summer. Just purchase any 5-Hour Energy product, then enter for a chance to win an EcoCharge electric.
All right, let's go to the bottom of the sixth.
5-Hour Energy, charge it up.
Leading off for the Mariners in the bottom of the sixth, 1 for 2 with a run, Tom Murphy. Batting second this inning, 0 for 1, second baseman Jose Caballero. And batting third, 1 for 3 with 2 runs, shortstop J.P. Crawford. Ground ball percentage, MLB rank 2, home runs per 9 innings 1, hard hit rate 1, barrel rate 1, K rate 1 since May 1st, the bullpen for the Marlins. Wow. Ranked number 1 in 4 categories and number 2 in another. Well, as long as we're winning, we got to keep taking advantage. Come on, Murphy. 0-1 pitch, little dribbler towards first base, grounded out, 1 away. Next up, second baseman Jose Caballero. That's good. We got 108 likes off the little raid that they did, which is nice of them. That always can help. Can never hurt to have, people do that. 2-0 count to Jose. 0 for 1, hit by pitch in the second. Brazaban, 19 pitches in. 7-1 M's in the bottom of the sixth. Takes a strike, 2-1 count. Oh, yeah, he won't mind. What, you want some Oregon Ducks representation? You want like some LaMichael James or Kayvon Thibodeau or DeAnthony Thomas? What are we doing? Are we doing some duck love or what? Some duck repping? 2-2 count to Jose. Two pitch. Pitch is low. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Count is full. Let's go, Jose. Three-two pitch. Pitch is outside. Walked him. Hell yeah. Next up is shortstop J.P. Crawford. Let's go, JP. Bottom of the sixth. Mariners 7, Marlins 1. Runner at first, 1 away. 1 for 3 tonight. Double in the first and 2 runs. J.P. Crawford. Oh, 1 pitch to Crawford. In the zone for a strike. Behind in the count now, 0-2. Yeah, you can do whatever, man. You can do your little Broncos. You can do Ducks. You can do whatever you want to rep. JP averaging 250 this season. 3 home runs, 23 ribbies. He had a game a couple games ago where he went 4 for 5. So that was the best so far this season for JP. Nice to see a hitter do that. I mean, that was kind of a regular thing for Ichiro when he came in. I was like, I don't think I've ever seen a player come in and get so many games of 3 for 4, 4 for 5, 5 for 6, 6 for 6, 5 for 5, 5 for 7, just wild numbers like that. Probably never see that again. Unless we get some kind of phenom like that. 2-2 pitch to Crawford. Come on, JP. Yeah, everyone's got different vibes and different style. Pitch is low. 3 balls, 2 strikes. You can see someone's music taste. Do they like metal? Do they like rap? Is it country? Is it rock? You got all of the favorite teams. Sometimes, we'll do like wrestling for old school wrestlers from the 70s to the 90s or current. Popped up right in between 2 Marlins. Safe. Runners at first and second. JP Crawford with a bloop single. Bang, bang, baby. All right, cool. I'll do something dope for both of us to appreciate. Julio swing and a miss. Come on, baby. 247 average, 12 homers, 37 ribbies. Pitches low and outside. 1 ball, 1 strike to Julio. Come on, baby. Let's go, J-Rod. Bottom of the 6th, runners at first and second, 1-1 pitch. Julio to first, double play, 1, 2. Got him. Damn it. That's tough. For the top of the 7th. Mariners still up 7-1. Shout out to the Nuggets. I got to give us some swag, like we'll do a few. We'll get whatever anyone that that is donated if they're still in the room, yeah, or if they come back, we can. Tax relief today now at 800-398-8182 to see if you qualify. Again, 800-398-8182. We got to hit it with the LaMichael James, at least one. If you or your business owe more than $10,000 to the IRS or have years of unfiled tax returns, you can be hit with wage garnishments, liens, levies. Anthem Tax Services are experts in tax relief and have represented over $650 million in tax liabilities. If we don't save you money or rework your payments, you get your money back guaranteed. Call 800. It's nice to have some duck representation. Swagger. Special. It was our Tyreek Hill in college. We'll get a few more. Next up for the Marlins, first baseman Garrett Cooper. 0 for 1 with a base on ball and a K. Got to get some Chip Kelly on there too. It's like you got to go through the glory days. For me, like, the first person that really got me really excited about duck football after just being so loyal, like when you watch them in like the 80s and 90s, and they went through good times, and there was times where they were very bad too. But I think Joey Harrington, when we started to see what he was able to do and kind of put Oregon on the map with Mike Bellotti, that was the start of good things. And then getting Chip Kelly and getting guys like LaMichael James and DeAnthony Thomas. If we didn't have Chip Kelly and that recruiting, we wouldn't have been anything. So you have to really pay homage to the special guys that we did get. That's what elevated us. You don't have DeAnthony LaMichael, that shit don't happen. And we had LeGarrette Blount on top of that too. So. And we had a hell of a lot of good defensive players. And usually in that time, the offensive line was pretty damn good too. Yeah, I got a few more, but I just wanted to get back to calling the game, but then in between the commercials. But you know me, man. If I could sit here and just look at Oregon Duck photos for fucking 12 hours straight, but that's not going to apply to everyone unless you're a Duck fan too. I love it there, man. Like I said, there's not very many places that make me happier other than, spending time with Paisley and whatnot. But like being in Seattle is a lot of fun. And being in Eugene is a lot of fun. Great environment in both places. Pitches inside. 2 balls, no strikes. 8th round pick, Ty Adcock. 8th round pick in 2019 is getting some opportunity to get out here. Ty, we'll see what Ty can do. His parents are crying, so they're there. Nice job, Ty. Yeah, anytime you go like 8th round, if you're going late, and it's, been a few years, probably chances are you had injuries or you had something happen. So, and then you get an opportunity to get back to at least play a little bit and show what you can do. Yeah, of course, people are going to be rooting for you. So, pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike. Segura in the box. All right, no problem. Top of the 7th, Mariners 7, Marlins 0. No. They got 1. Oh, Gino with the error. Dropped it. Segura with the single. Gino. We got to be better on our defense. Birdie. Right to Ty France. Got him. Nice. Scoreless 7th. Let's go to the bottom of the 7th. Bottom of the 7th, 7-1 Mariners.
You've been endlessly searching for a new job, but it means you're missing out on everything else. I need Indeed. Indeed you do. Create a free Indeed account and get back to the fun while employers search for you.
Ace offers free assembly and delivery, so it's never been easier to get a great grill for your family.
Next up for the Mariners in the bottom of the 7th inning, 1 for 3 with a run, 3 RBIs and a K. First baseman Ty France. Batting second this inning, 1 for 3 with a run, an RBI and a K. Right fielder Teoscar Hernandez. And batting third this inning, 2 for 3 with a run, an RBI, Eugenio Suarez. Yeah, it's good. It's nice to be able to get a little bit of exercise. You got to get it. Like I didn't get a chance to take Paisley on our normal 30, 45-minute hour walk because it was too hot. So I was going to wait till it gets kind of dark and then get a little bit of steps in. She needs to get that in as well. So we both like to exercise, which is good, and she needs it. So Paisley comes first. You got to take care of the pup.
Did you know that it's Star Wars night here at T-Mobile Park? Some of your favorite Star Wars characters on hand. We got Luke Skywalker, Princess Leia, Darth Vader all on hand tonight. So, a lot of folks having fun. Also, want to let you know that you can learn more about different theme nights at the ballpark at Mariners.com. Tickets, and of course, the Moose is always on hand for the big house. Back to you guys. Never a day off. Halloween is up on the mound now. He will work the bottom of the seventh for the Marlins. All Mariners in this one. 6 of their 7 runs coming in the first 2 innings tonight. Ty France has had a big night, a 3-run homer.
Pitch is low. Wow, they called that a strike? No way. 0-1 count. Batting third in the order, Ty France. 0-1 pitch. Dribbler foul towards third base. Behind in the count, 0-2. .284 this season, 6 homers, 31 ribbies for Ty France this season. Let's go, Ty. It's weird that we're like ahead. It's been so rare that we've been ahead in any games this year, let alone like to actually have a substantial lead where it feels like it would take a miracle for the other team to come back. That's not something that typically happens with the Mariners this season. One away. Next up, right fielder Teoscar Hernandez. Bottom of the 7th, 7-1 Mariners. I mean, we've been in control pretty much from the very start. Then the Marlins got a homer in the top of the 5th from Fortes, 409. But at that point, it was 6-1. So nice job by the M's. Bryce Miller had a pretty nice outing, too, 6 Ks. Luzardo what did he have? Luzardo had 3, and then he got pulled. Bottom of the 7th, Seattle 7, Miami 1. 1 out, 0-1 pitch to Hernandez. Pitch is low, 1 ball, 1 strike. One pitch. Chopper towards first. Yes. Teoscar maintains the heater. Let's go. He's starting to get like a little bit of a rhythm. Nice job. Started off a little slow and shaky. Some fans were very concerned, but definitely gets better as the season goes along. Has hit safely in 13 of the last 17 games, and it's all about consistency. And we need a little bit more of that, and that's a real good sign if you're a Mariner fan that Hernandez is starting to get hot. Next up, third baseman Eugenio Suarez. Love his energy. He's got that natural passion and energy for the game. Great guy in the dugout. Great guy to interview, and just simply, wants to win and, puts the team first. Big swing and a miss. 0-2 count. I might have to go get my puppy. I think I heard some crazy barking. Hold up.
It's just a matter of guys performing like even certainly they expect themselves to perform offensively. Prolonged slow start for many of them. lot of people I talk to says, you guys got a good team. What's going on? Gino goes down on strikes. There's the slider from Holy. 2 outs. Yo, Jack, that a big burning my munchie meal? You know it's new. Say less.
All right, had to bring her inside.
Grabs it back. Pitch hit for AJ Pollock. Ball runs that Angel series.
Suarez struck out swinging.
Look at this Mariners team on paper entering this year. This is, without question, the most talented.
Bringing in Mike Ford for AJ Pollock. He's hit a couple home runs for us against the Angels. So he did get beamed on one of the last at-bats where it got him in the leg pretty good. Big baseball bruise. But he's a tough guy. Good upper body strength. You know, a little bit thicker of a baseball player. And when you get those guys that do play DH that are a little bit chubbier, and you know, they usually got a lot of power in the legs and arms, and they can go yards. So that's the reason you put them at DH. So I like guys like that. Like Vogelback. We had Vogelback in Seattle, and he was a little bit bigger, and he was a lefty too. I don't know what it is about the lefties, and especially if they are power hitters. It's just cool looking. Come on, Mike. 3-0 count. All in the corner. Could have been a walk right there, but they gave him a strike. Bottom of the 7th. 7-1 Mariners. Runner at first. And you can't really... Oh, okay. No problem. Thank you so much for everything. I appreciate you very, very much. Right to first base. End of the 7th inning. 7-1. You want me to give you a couple photos? You gotta get going, but I do appreciate you very, very much. And I'll be back tomorrow. So I appreciate you donating, coming in, commenting, hanging out. And, I always look forward to spending some time with you, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. You have a good one, bro. Thank you. His favorite's Kyle Busch. All right, let's go to the top of the 8th. Top of the 8th, 7-1 Mariners. Due up for the Marlins, 1 for 2 with a run, an RBI, and a K. Catcher Nick Fortes. And he was the one that got you your dinga early on. That's the only run that they've gotten. It's from Nick. So we'll see if he can do it again. Batting second, 0 for 2 with a K. Center fielder, Jonathan Davis. And batting third, 0 for 2 with a base on ball and a K. The best hitter in baseball, second baseman, Luis Arraez. His batting average is down to 392, but I don't think he's too worried. Oh, line drive to J.P. Crawford. One away. That was quick. People swinging on a first pitch strike, and that makes the at-bat go by real quick there. Nice job, J.P. Major league debut for Ty. He's still out there. He was out there last inning. They still have him out there. That's kind of cool. Parents are there. You saw him crying in the stands. So they're very proud of Ty making his major league debut. And very cool for something me be able to see live rather than read about it or see a highlight package later. It's not really the same. So very cool. All right, come on, Ty. Pitch is low. 1 ball, 1 strike to Jonathan Davis.
in the middle of your screen right now. What a moment this must be for her as well. Been through so much.
1-1 pitch. Chopped off himself. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 0 for 2, a strikeout and a flyout for Jonathan. Come on, Ty. 1-2 count. Pitch is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes from Ty. Top of the 8th, 7-1 Mariners over the Marlins. And Ty is making his major league debut. 2-2 pitch. Chop towards third. Right to Gino. Off 1 bounce. Got him. 2 away. Good defense, Gino. All right, last chance for the best hitter in baseball, Luis Reyes, to be able to go at least 1 for 4. And I don't know what his batting average would go from 392 if he got 1 hit, but he's normally over 400, and he's the only one that has a really high 300 batting average. I mean, to think that you're this far along in the season, like 40%, into the season, you're batting 390 to 400. That is insane. The Mariners don't even have one person that's over 3, let alone, I think the highest that we have is 283, and he's at 392. Impressive. Cool photo. 1-1 pitch inside. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Rice has walked more than he has struck out. He has struck out all of 13 times. Look at his strikeout rate, 5%.
5% is a strikeout rate. MLB average is 23%. Whoa, big swing and a miss. 2-2 count. Wow, that's incredible. No wonder he's doing so well. I don't think I've seen a guy have a 5% strikeout like since maybe the 80s or 90s, like maybe like a Tony Gwynn. That is insane. I never knew it was like that, but that'll definitely do it. You're doing it 18% lower than the rest of the league, MLB average. He knows how to get on base, work the count. Chop foul. Good contact hitter. Top of the 8th, Mariners 7, Marlins 1. 2 away, 2-2 pitch to Reyes. Chop foul. That's a souvenir. Oh, that bounced off someone's hands. Oh. Hit a girl in the hand and she didn't go after it. She put her hands up to like kind of defend herself and was shocked and didn't even move. You got to have your head on a swivel at a baseball game too. I mean, especially if you're going to get a souvenir and you're a Marlins fan, that would be the one. Two-two pitch, crown ball. Got him. Let's go to the bottom of the 8th. Nice debut for the young kid.
So you got the pipe leak fixed?
It is new. Just a little bit
Everything okay?
Hey, remember I always said you wanted a swimming pool? There is a right way to do home fix-up projects, and Grover can walk you through them. Grover Electric and Plumbing. Home of do-it-yourself and safe.
What's stopping you from learning new things or restoring old ones? How about building a business?
All right, we're going to the bottom of the 8th.
Going exploring.
Leading off 0 for 3 with a K, left fielder Dylan Moore.
Wherever you're trying to go, we can help you get there.
Batting second, 1 for 3 with a run, catcher Tom Murphy. And batting third, 0 for 1 with a base on ball, second baseman Jose Caballero. This could be a quick inning.
Weird smell in your home? We added a rotten egg odor to natural gas to help you detect even the smallest leak. Get everyone outside and give us a call. We'll be there right away to make sure everything's safe, day or night. Remember, smell, go. Let us know. Northwest
Appreciate you. All right, game is wrapping up. Nice to see the Mariners actually playing well for once. It's just shocking. Chop foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Dylan Moore. Bottom of the 8th, Mariners 7, Marlins 1. 1-2 count to Dylan Moore. This is only his second game back of the 2023 season. Hasn't got a hit yet, so this would be nice to be able to kind of break the ice. You don't want to go too many games without getting your first hit. You went like 0 for 4, 0 for 5 yesterday, so we don't expect a whole lot, but just, you want to feel good and finally get that first hit. You don't want to have to go 0 for 20, 0 for 30. Then it starts getting mental, 0 for 40. And then you're eventually going to get one. Well, you just relax. But hopefully he ends up getting it here. He's 0 for 3 tonight. So come on, Dylan. 2-2 pitch. Crushes it towards third, foul. Count still stays at 2-2. Two pitch. Oh, Dylan popped up. Oh, carries all the way to the warning track. 1 away. Wow, that was the best looking connect that he had with a hit at that point. Next up, catcher Tom Murphy. Nice. They got mom and dad of Ty at the ballpark. They're all teary-eyed and crying. Back. Gone. Tom Murphy with a dinger. Get out of here. You got to be shitting me. This is the type of game it's going to be. We're going to get a Tom Murphy homer. Oh, my gosh. We'll take it. Second home run of the season, 8-1 Mariners. This guy never homers. Nice job. He's an energy guy, too. Boom. 8-1 Mariners. Tom, you crazy. He's like, that's what we do. I'll take it, man, if we're winning. 8-1 Mariners. Bottom of the 8th. In the box, Jose Caballero. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Big swing and a miss, struck him out. Jose strikes out. Next up, shortstop J.P. Crawford. That's very cool that they did the interview with the mom and dad, because after, the game is over, they'll always have that on recording that, they interviewed mom and dad while he was there on his first start. That's always cool, when they can have the memories for the record for the game on recording, and, you take the time to interview the parents and whatnot. So that way they can go back and watch the replay and watch their, son pitch for a couple innings. Very cool. Next up, shortstop J.P. Crawford, 2 for 4, a double, single, 2 runs. 0-1 pitch. Pitch is wild, 1 ball, 1 strike. Bottom of the 8th, 8-1 Mariners. France, Suarez, and Tom Murphy with dingers. Unbelievable. 10 hits for the Mariners. Can't believe that. 8 runs. JP pitches outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. JP Crawford is batting .253 average this season. 3 homers, 23 ribbies in 2023. Come on, JP. Pitches inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. Let's go. Bottom of the 8th, 8-1 Mariners. 3-1 pitch. Pitches outside. Walked him, baby. That's what I'm talking about. JP to first with 2 outs. Next up, center fielder Julio Rodriguez. Let's go, J-Rod. Paisley. Come here, Paisley. Dad will love you. Come here. Let's go. Let's go, J-Rod. Love me some Julio. 1 for 3, single walk, RBI, and a run. Sometimes it's crazy how a single player can, motivate you to, put a lot more effort in, to the team, even if you are putting in a great effort. So, end of the 8th inning, 8-1 Mariners. We held them to 1 hit. I can't believe that. 2 errors. All right, top of the 9th, 8-1 Seattle. Hi, Paisley, come here.
Cheese and a double cheeseburger got married, their combined assets would include 2 seasoned beef patties and 3 pieces of melty American cheese. At their wedding, we give them a Texas toast. Sonic $3.99 grilled cheese double burger and toss deal. What we discover here leads to more healing here.
All right, in the top of the 9th, 0 for 2 with a base on ball and a K. DHing for the Marlins tonight, Jorge Soler. Batting second in the inning, 0 for 3 with 2 Ks. Left fielder Brian De La Cruz. I love that uni glove and helmet combo. That is very swaggy. And batting third, 0 for 2 with a base on ball and a K. First baseman Garrett Cooper. I got Spire coming in. Gabe. Gabe Spire. Come on, Gabe.
Thanks a lot for the Ford Sports Desk. In their 47th season, the Denver Nuggets have their first NBA title. They win the championship in 5 games, defeating the Miami Heat in the Mile High City tonight, 94-89. Nikola Jokic named the Finals MVP. Guys, get this: the lowest drafted player to ever win Finals MVP. Second round, 41st overall. There's a big party underway in Colorado. Well, you bet. He is a super dynamic and talented player. No doubt about it.
I think we might win. Top of the ninth, 8-1 Mariners.
This bench hitter, Garrett Hampson. Spire's been very dependable.
Oh, right to Eugenio Suarez, one away. I'd like that. Like that. 2 more outs.
Spire, 2-1 record, 2.38 ERA. 30th appearance, 22 2/3 innings. And don't forget, stick around after the evening of Mariners post-game show, presented by Queen Casino.
Straightaway center to Julio. De La Cruz, 2 away. Julio, nice job. I see you, bro. Good defense. And I assume if nothing changes, last at bat possibly for the game, first baseman Garrett Cooper. Chopper towards third, foul. Eight 1 Mariners. In the zone. 0-2 count. Let's go. Gabe is rolling. Let's go, baby. We might be able to win it right here. Crowd is chanting. Pitches outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. One, 2 pitch. Chop foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Come on, baby. Oh, crowd is going nuts. Very lively tonight. All right. Spire. 1-2 pitch. Chop foul. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Top of the ninth, Mariners 8, Marlins 1. Normally it's the other way around. Come on, Gabe. 1-2 pitch. Pitch is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Cooper's working the count, being smart out there. 2-2 count to Cooper. Spire. Got him. Let's go. Mariners win. Mariners win. Mariners win. Final score, Mariners 8, Marlins 1. Let's fucking go. Wow, they've won 12 out of their last 15, the Marlins. So it's nice for us to be able to get a win like this. Struggled against the Angels, so that one feels good. Final score, Mariners 8, Marlins 1. All right, Matt. I don't know what what your timetable is at. If you want to go for another like 30 minutes or so, if you want to end the stream in like 5 or 10, you kind of let me know what you're thinking. At this point, we can always get into like some food or anything else. I don't mind. We can always end the stream now. We'll go for about 10 or 15 more minutes, or end in 30. I'll let you kind of decide on what you're thinking, and then we'll kind of go from there. Ooh, NASCAR's on replay. On NFL Network, they got the Falcons and the Vikings from '99 coming up. That might be worth watching. All right, so what are you thinking at this point? You know, do you want to just end the stream? You know, we could always go for another like 5 or 10 minutes if you want to, you know, look at some food or, you know, anything in general, anything you want to go over. But it's kind of up to you. We can end it now. We can go for another 10 or 15. We can go 30. You know, and then end it at that point. You know, give it an opportunity for some other people to come through. I'll kind of leave it up to you based off your schedule since you're in the position of kind of holding things down while Sarah is gone. So what is your schedule like? What are you thinking? Okay, sounds fair. I think we should do that. And then where do we want to start off at? Where should we go? Breakfast food, Mexican food? What are we thinking? Chinese food? Like we can go multiple. All right, perfect. I will. I always like to put it in the fire, but it's always good to start off with something amazing like that. Like that looks so good. Even the banner comes down where we can actually fully look at that delicious goodness. Like, okay, it's not, the banner doesn't really get in the way too much. You can still see the food, but just to get the full point of it. I mean, I can't even imagine what that tastes like. It's one of the best I've ever seen as far as pulled pork and brisket and then having it together. You know, and a lot of people don't make that happen. And obviously good camera was used for that as well. Fire. Loco Moco curry. That sounds great. Yeah, we can do based on your cuisine of what you eat out there for sure. We can do that. That's actually what I would assume that you would do, you know? That way we can get some representation of that. It's what you eat, so. I think I looked it up before and I was having a hard time finding certain good ones, but I know there'll be a few. Because you got to find it based off like the size of the image to make it look good in like full screen and whatnot. Ooh, that looks good. All right, I got to find something else to turn on here. Oh, I got Pac-12 football. What is this? Oregon and Washington State. Okay, I'm turning that on. Pac-12 network. Did it just finish? Oh, it just ended. Fuck. Gotta be kidding me. What's up? What's the next one? Stanford at Oregon. All right, I guess that's what I'm watching then. All right, Stanford and Oregon from last year. It's an incredible taste. You know, if you actually have that, the sauce is like a very unique tasting, and the flavors that you get from it, it's very hard to replicate. Oh, Ducks are on. Yes, Duck Stanford, bro. We got the Green apple top, yellow pants. Thirteenth ranked Oregon, 3-1 versus 1-2 Stanford. Oh, that looks good. Yeah, well, I mean, if you are so, like if I lived in Hawaii, you know what I mean, compared to like living down here in like the lower 48 where they have a lot more like junk food type stuff. I mean, I would rather be around the food that you have on a regular basis. I think, I would never take that for granted. I mean, especially when you have good protein and then rice, and there's just so many different combinations. It's like, as much as I love pizza too, like, you definitely would get accustomed to eating the great stuff that you guys have there. That's facts.
Last year he celebrated and was excoriated by Mario Cristobal. He's a lot more mature this year. Lucky Irving crosses midfield in the Stanford territory, 45-yard line.
Oh, nice. Final score: Mariners 8, Miami Marlins 1. Yeah, we were just going to stay on until probably the 2-hour and 45-minute mark or 3-hour mark. Just look at food and anything that anyone wanted to put up for photos. You want me to get you some more Bryce Miller photos? We can do some Bryce Miller for you for before. Yeah, just it's kind of surprising. Like, I'm almost like shocked that we won and we won like that. But hopefully we can make it like a reoccurring theme where it's like, I can use this photo where we win. It's always nice. But yeah, anything that you guys are looking for here in the last 24 minutes or whatever, let me know. And it's all for you guys, whatever you want. And typically food is a great way to end it, I think, for everyone, because I think everyone can agree that everyone loves food, no matter who you are, especially great food. Touchdown Ducks. Let's go. Got the Pac-12 network on, watching Stanford and Oregon. Chris Hudson with the touchdown. The other channel is Utah, Colorado. If they had UW, I probably would have switched it. Yes, heck yeah. And this is awesome, man. There's a few people that will, that'll keep me up to date with different like workout regimen and stuff, just like, making sure they're staying disciplined and doing something. And it's awesome, man. It's something that should be celebrated, even though sometimes people don't recognize the effort going in, even people that are close, sometimes it's just people recognize things and people don't. So Spam Musubi. I mean, anything with rice, I'm good to go. I could eat rice every day, no problem, multiple meals a day, as long as it was good quality. I'd eat that. Oh yeah, it does. And then when you get like the Korean style, like rib, and the way that it tastes, it's like you have a particular kind of vibe. And same thing goes with certain flavors, like especially with this and the sauce. Like the sauce is like it's like so unique and different. It's not barbecue. It's not sweet and sour. It's got its own kind of vibe to it. And then also when you get like the panko, or you get kind of like the breadcrumbs, it's like another kind of different vibe too. So I'm a attention to detail. So Oh, damn, I switched. I should have went back. It wasn't the normal person. Did I miss it already? Oh, now I got to go through like the replay. Like I just figured that it would be like the regular thing. I had it on there for a little bit. Ah, your boy missed it. Now I got to go back. Hello? And be like, no, dog, she's gone. Yeah. It's awesome. It's cool to be able to have people all over the country, in Hawaii, Alaska, all in the lower 48 and even globally. But yeah, it's very cool, to be able to have that type of, options, just be so it's like a regular thing. I mean, honestly, it makes me jealous because I could definitely eat any type of Hawaiian style or Asian fusion type of crossover food. If it's got rice and protein, yeah, it's probably going to be fucking amazing. So. It's like anytime I look at the amazing deliciousness and then it's like, oh, I'll eat something good. And then it'll be like peanut butter jelly sandwich or something, there's a bag of chips, but not a big one. Like I do enjoy making bacon, morning, afternoon, late at night. I don't know what it is. It was just the smell of bacon and just making it and going through that process is, I don't know. It's just like kind of relaxing for me in a weird way. Like just being by the river and, hearing the birds, chirp and Paisley's eating grass and just chilling. And Mariners post game with a dub. Anything you want to see reflect? You got anything specific food wise? All I know is I'm just getting hungrier and hungrier looking at this amazing food. Yeah. I mean, it's a kind of an awesome thing to see, right? It's very rare where we have a one hitter, and like I said, this team was good enough to, where we could have gotten swept or lost 2 out of 3. And it's just, nice to see that some of the pieces are coming together, and they've been a hot team. It's just we have to find a way to start getting going. And obviously with Bryce, I think the players play harder. George Kirby, they play harder. With Castillo, they play the hardest. Yeah, that too. That helps. That definitely helps when you're the number one hitter in baseball, right? You know what I'm saying? But Logan Gilbert, there's no hype there. It's just like you're good, but you're not great at anything, even though there are some statistical categories. Logan Gilbert's like top 5, top 10, but it just seems like mentally he's lost it. And he's our 4th best pitcher now. And he's on the Marco level. Like shit, if Marco starts having some better starts, hell, maybe Marco needs to go ahead of him too. And you have to sit there with like Brian Wu and work your way back up. But like, I don't know. I know with me, it's like I have no issues with Castillo. I have 0 issues with Miller, 0 with Kirby. And I just, Logan has got the talent to be as good as Miller or Kirby or better, which he should be, right underneath maybe Castillo. But when you start having a couple of shitty games and you get mentally like out of it, it's really hard to get back into it. And I want him to feel this feeling. But I feel he's kind of like on an island out there, and he knows that Bryce and Kirby are like not necessarily gunning for his job, but there's a lot of competition where you used to be the number 2 guy, and now there's 2 guys that are below you that are actually probably better than you now. So, and I don't think I'm the only one that thinks that. I think you and a few others do too. Yeah, I'm not saying put in fucking Flexen. We put in Flexen. We might as well give them 10 runs and just go home. Just give him the scorecard because he's terrible. Starter, mid reliever. I mean, Flexen can't pitch. You might as well have Ty France pitching if you're gonna have Flexen pitch or someone else. But Logan definitely he either needs just like be good people around him, maybe a little bit of a break, and this maybe even a little therapy talk with not necessarily a therapist, but a good friend, and just try to get back to what was working and not get so emotional when shit is hitting the fan. But again, when you start losing control and you're a good player and you start to see it go away, yeah, I imagine it's a humbling feeling. You're good, and then all of a sudden you're getting ripped up for like fucking 8 runs, and you're like, well, it's just a one-time thing, and then it happens again, and then it happens again, and then you have like 3 or 4 bad starts, and your record was above 500, and then now you're like at 500, below 500, like really below 500. You don't want to keep going in the wrong direction. So, but yeah, I think so. He might need one, but I'm listening to Scott. Pineapple pancakes, good choice. We're happy today. I think I'm going to have pancakes tomorrow. I was thinking about because I'm going to meet up with my dad tomorrow, just briefly. So we have a little breakfast spot. But I usually get like biscuits and gravy or like chicken fried steak. I usually get that as like number 1. But I don't know. I think pancakes or waffle, crepe, that type of feeling would, I don't know, that would probably be pretty good. Something different. Yeah, he's starting to come into, where we need those guys to get closer to 250 to 280 to 300. Like we're starting to at least see someone. Like we know Kelenic has done it. France up and down. Where Julio's starting to get hot now as well. So you got Julio and you got Teoscar. So now we just need to get Suarez and Cal Raleigh kind of up to speed as well. And then you got Julio, Ty France, Teoscar, Suarez, Cal Raleigh, and anything with JP Crawford, you're just like, yes, but great to see. And a couple pineapple pancake. Oh, pineapple pancake.
Road trip I could get out of Texas, change of messaging with the loop, and what we were trying to do, really focusing on getting 20 balls in the field as you can. And it is like that. It's sort of like tail out of us.
I know. At Kirby, then Castillo. Yeah, these do look good. So, yeah, it's like I got to look at the schedule. I could do. Let's see here. All right. So we got the Stanley Cup, game number 5 where Vegas should win the championship at home. They're up 3-1. And that's on or Mariners around the same time. And it's Kirby. I mean, anytime it's Bryce Miller or Kirby, those are the ones I look forward to the most besides Castillo. So there's a good chance that we'll do the Mariner game again since Kirby is pitching, and we'll see how that game goes. And then we'll still keep an eye on the NHL, but obviously at that point, it'll be getting closer to being over. Since that one will probably start at 5:30, and the game for baseball will be at 6:30. Yeah, me either. I've never had it. They look good though. But yeah, I'm pretty sure we're gonna do Mariners again. I mean, if I get Bryce and Kirby, I feel like if I do the matchup, we have a good chance. And then but then I think the Castillo matchup ends up being like I think a day game, and then if it's during the day, I can't do that unless it's after like 4:00. But I assume the Wednesday start is like an early afternoon start. Is it? No, it's not. Wow. So we might end up doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We did Bryce Miller today, and then we do Kirby tomorrow, and we actually do Castillo at the same exact time, is 6:30, 6:30, 6:30. And then we get Castillo. I thought this was going to be in the afternoon. Well, that's a fucking wow. Okay. Now I'm a little bit more excited. So now I can do two more. And it's like, we have a good chance, and then we got good quality people out there that I can get excited about. So, I mean, those are the three that I enjoy the most. And so might as well take advantage of that. Well, this is good. I'll have to decide on who gets on the thumb tomorrow. It'll be George Kirby. Was going to do, Bryce today, but I'll probably do it the next time around when he starts. That'll probably use him on there. We got to make sure I've done Louise a couple times. I know I've done Logan Gilbert a couple times, but we need to get some George Kirby and some Bryce Miller, some representation as well. Pancakes and Mariners tomorrow. That sounds good. And I don't know if it's going to end up being a blowout these next two games, but at least we have, quality pieces where we're definitely going to have a very good chance to take advantage and then get above 500, because that's really ultimately the goal, right? We need to get above 500, and what a better way to do it with Miller, Kirby, and Castillo. So. All right, we got 8 minutes to go. Anyone that wants to see anything here at the end, just type it in the chat between the few of you, and I'll take care of you. Rainbow bread French toast. I know I'm watching the post game right now. It sounds like he's gone through a lot of adversity. Oh wow, these look insane. Yeah, I definitely, I have a soft spot for, people that have dreams and goals and they keep fighting and keep fighting. A lot of times it's just really hard to be able to break through, and you have to really be mentally strong and have good people around you and supporting you and just being able to get to that destination. So, yeah, me either. And his parents were there and they interviewed him, which was very cool. The mom was very choked up, dad crying too. So very cool. Paisley, I'm almost done. Look at that. That's like the rainbow. They have different options, man. I mean, I've eaten a lot more fruits lately too and whatnot. So there's nothing wrong with trying to eat a little bit more healthy, He said not like McRonald's. True that, man.
Last question I want to know, what was George like? Yeah, he did that really well tonight. A post game interview brought to you by Evergreen Casino. I did ask him a little bit about George Kirby. What was he like in college? Maybe we'll have that for tomorrow. Pregame show, a later date for that. But Ty boy, again, what a story tonight to have his wife. You saw the emotions in the stands. It was just so awesome. The Tom did a great interview with the parents and now see them on the field after the game. Good to celebrate.
No, that's cool. They got to go on the field afterwards. Oh, that looks good.
Make your summer special during the Kia Summer Sales Event with the dependable SUV or the powerful sedan. Lease a new 2023 Soul LX for $209 a month.
Flavortown.
There's a lot you have to take for granted when you're purchasing home appliance online. At Albert Lee, there's no guessing. We help you from start to finish.
Customers can come down and try a lot of the appliances before they ever purchase them. They're hooked up, you can cook and touch it, see it, hear it, open the door, feel it, make sure you're comfortable with everybody.
What brings me the most satisfaction about my job is providing a high level of today at Albert Lee
State Fair cream puff. Some of them are wild. That does sound fire. It's like sometimes you get a craving out of something that you just haven't had in a minute, but you kind of remember the flavor town, the texture.
I moved into Shad's Dakota Village. Spring is just around the corner. Your courtyards and terraces at Dakota Village really come to life. Whether it's a morning cup of coffee or an evening barbecue, you and your neighbors can enjoy stunning views. And transportation options? Shad's electric vehicle program and shuttle van will make running errands easy.
Get out of your house and get into Shaq's Dakota Village.
Call 888-450-SHAD.
You look back on this day, you might
Damn, now you got me wanting one.
Great offer, we'll never forget the homemade water slides. $2.99 strawberry shortcake snowball slush flavor. Summer. For over 30 years, painters have chosen Scott's Blue original painter's tape to conquer painting projects on multiple surfaces. The best paint jobs start with Scott's.
Make your summer special during the Kia Summer Sales Event with the dependable
Oh man.
Lease a new 2023
Yeah.
Soul LX.
We had a place here in Oregon, like a little Beaverton bakery that was open for like 100 years, and you'd have to wait outside and take a ticket, and it was like old school in like that part, and a lot of the newer businesses, but they had one road where it was all the old businesses, and now they have some bars there and whatnot, but they closed a few years ago. I don't think they would have been able to make it out of COVID and whatnot, but it was around a long time, and that was kind of a place where I, you go with family and you grab a few things, but everything was incredible. You could get donut fresh, you could get any type of dessert or treat, not just cake, and then they had specialty desserts and stuff, like little fruit pies where they have like the fruit on top and it's like a crust and a custard, and then they put the fruit on the top with the kiwi or the blackberry or the strawberry, and you can get those made. Man, it is insanely good, and it just kind of sucks when those places are no longer there. Yeah, no problem. I think this is a good time to end it right at the 3-hour mark. I appreciate you guys very much for hanging around, and it's always good to get a few more images up. You guys are the best, and fucking A, man, we won. That was pretty amazing, right? Final score, Mariners. You already know what it is. Mariners 8, Marlins 1. What a nice dub for us. And I'll be back tomorrow. We got George Kirby tomorrow, Luis Castillo on Wednesday. Appreciate everyone that donated, Mr. Williams, Reflect, everyone that obviously participated. I appreciate you very much. Good to see Mr. Williams come through, Mike come through. I appreciate every single one of you. Reflect, Matt, appreciate you guys a lot. And I got one question for you. Well, you know, talk sports like us, your boy Ryan, Northwest Sports Fanatics, and I'm out. Gang.